dreams. The past, the future has changed. We are the dreamers, tossing down the shore. We are the conquerors, facing the no more sun. And the land that people flying with the ocean wind. Here again to the time. I'm not backing up, no stopping by me. Myself is alive.
It's time for me to make my move.
I'm not backing up, no stopping by me. Myself is alive.
On who?
He's hoping to kill him.
The sword is
Oh!
Oh my
No way!
Oh my god!
No
I want to see its health. I
way!
want to see its health.
Yeah, I need to see it.
And that's big, Rashi doesn't secure the kill there.
It's a 20,000 health Solitario. Who even builds them that
This man is
healthy?
built different.
He's too tanky. What does he land? He's got the soul burn.
Yeah, we saw the damage off the dual attack.
Oh! Enough to bring
Oh,
Circuit down.
barely enough.
We have multiple control options now on the side of Pufus. He needs to stop his clock and draw the skill through. That's the only comeback for Luna.
Oh man, he just went straight for the S1. And now he's able to stealth again. As characters die, her cooldowns get
If
reduced.
you make it out of here alive,
Now she's able to just go invisible again.
put your life on the line.
And with the Phantom,
Cut them down.
go for the strike and
Oh Frenzy 4, you're
get
done.
out of this game!
Oh, wait a second.
Can you kill?
Alright, Xeron.
Here we
Oh my god!
Look at that! No way. It's over.
Look at Kieran on this pivot.
giving up. He's not giving up. He's
Oh,
out of
then
there.
that's gonna
My
be it.
God.
She's going to take turns before she gets her turn. Yep. Is this on the Emma Lilius, who has her S3 up?
Moonstar like
Wait a
call,
second.
and the stun is good.
So Meteor Kirk, he's really debating the S1 or S3. Opts for the S1 to push the Aiden. He has 9,500 health.
Oh, it's done! And that's it! Marguerite!
Chance of comeback.
Defending champion goes down!
Crit, but no evasion. Defense buff bigger.
Couldn't take those buffs either. And
Okay,
now we're in such a
Marguerite.
bad position on the side of LV.
Running for the win!
Crit. I think a
Crit,
crit
crit.
from the divide. He's gone.
Oh man!
He didn't have evasion, but he still had the chance to anti-crit, and it didn't work out.
Oh man, Lone Crest and Bologna able to just so much
Sweep
damage here
through.
for free out of skill 3.
Not enough though, but she's not countering.
That a lot of the players are using. Many people are going for around 12,000, 13,000 health, but that seems to be a bit tankier than the norm. And it does just proc for free, and now into a no evasion Remnant Violet. He does advantage.
On such a back foot.
Looks pretty good for
Here's one more
Marguerite
going
so
for that
far.
stun.
That's the dual
Wait, gets
attack.
the dual attack.
That procs the Lionheart again. There's so much coming your way if you're LV. How are you supposed to deal with both of these at the same time?
He's gonna pray for a salvo.
Oh
He might
man,
die before it
Uberu's
happens.
gone.
So much damage to the counter.
Not quite.
There's just no way this Landy can survive.
That's
Margaret
one.
is completely
No
On
salvo.
time.
sweeping LV.
It's over.
Oh, Lindy has 0
Lighter
HP.
skill 3.
Doesn't matter, gentlemen.
And
Margaret
Marguerite.
mashing the skill 3 button, not letting his opponent surrender.
Elbrey's from-
Wait, no skills available. Just gonna skill one into the line.
Another counter
See
attack.
another counter though. And the mitigation is now gone before the Lionheart
Yeah,
skill
the damage
3.
actually.
I'll take your life.
This could be a really big deal. We're gonna have 2 of the biggest skill 3s here in a row. And another counter
This
attack.
Elbrey.
She's going crazy.
Okay, at least she didn't stop at that time. But we have the skill 3, guys.
Just as
Followed up by the
Two of the-
Lionheart.
Victory.
2 defense pen skill 3s in a row.
Hold up.
AoE.
Let's see the damage.
Here's Worship. Oh,
I think he's dead.
I don't think that Dark Horse can survive this. It's a
enough.
full damage Lionheart.
Now,
hands
he
off the
might not have
device.
souls for the Soulburn follow-up because Taiwan's been S1ing. So maybe he can
Here's
just
Sonya.
Oh
And
my
that's the entire
God.
team gone. Another even
get her out of here, and I think
right
that's the
now.
damage.
Oh,
I
there's
don't
the
think
jump.
that takes it out, does it?
I think it will. Look how low she is.
Deliverance.
No way.
Oh, she
It's
survives.
not enough.
Still
And now he's
survives.
getting another shield.
There's no
I
other
knew it was gonna
fallen
be a good
unit
spot.
yet.
I think it all
Here we
comes
go,
down to
does it
this.
Oh, just not enough.
Secret side
And look
for
at the healing.
Oh my God,
That she's so
so much damage.
Guys, I think
Apocalypse.
this could be it.
Just Lone Prism Bellona.
Come like the autumn leaves.
Look at the damage here, too. She already has attack buff. She's going to be hitting so hard. Is this like 19,000, 18,000 or something?
Get her out of here.
She's gone.
Apocalypse, no gas left in the tank. His big revive is now gone.
And Apop's reset. She can't revive or anything versus four full health, just bulky units.
His skill
There's
mode's
nothing
on
to
half.
do.
I don't know if there's any outs here besides some crazy dual attacks, and even then.
I think there's
Oh
nothing.
my
And
God,
look,
the
it just
Spectre
kills
just
the
dies in the
Spectre.
face of Politica.
Oh,
That's
that
for his
damage.
back.
Oh,
Yeah, look how
so
much he
much
jumped on skill
damage.
1. The skill 3, the counter.
When you protect Bellona, her damage ramps up so high on her skill that it's insane.
Flies.
Maybe if
She's
he
gonna
had
be
souls here, but no shot this kills.
Bunch of them.
He's gonna get counter.
And that will
And it's
be GG
over.
called Winter Wick.
이세리아, 안젤리카, 유핀의 역을 맡은 성우 조경희입니다. 오늘은 월드 아레나 챔피언십 결승전이 있는 날이죠. 트로피는 누가 주게 될지 너무너무 기대됩니다.
나는 찰스 성우 번역수라고 하네. 계승자님을 위하여 대회 결승전도 잘 봐두게나.
계승자님들 안녕하세요. 성우 유리입니다. 와, 여러분들 지금까지 오시느라 정말 고생 많으셨고요. 오늘도 좋은 결과 응원하겠습니다.
안녕하세요. 반갑습니다. 에픽세븐에서 랑디 역할을 연기했었던 성우 김세혜입니다. 에픽세븐 앞으로도 항상 응원합니다.
네, 계승자 여러분 안녕하세요. 저는 빌트레이드 역을 맡고 있는 성우 남도형입니다. 에픽세븐의 5주년 진심으로 축하드리고요. 앞으로도 에픽세븐과 함께하는 성우 남도형이 되겠습니다.
넌 뭘 원해서 내 배에 탑승했지? 안녕하세요. 해적선장 플란을 맡은 성우 박고은입니다. 앞으로도 많은 응원과 사랑 부탁드리겠습니다. 에픽세븐 파이팅!
여러분 안녕하세요. 지배자 릴리아스 역을 연기했던 에픽세븐의 성우 정유미입니다. 지난 8월 에픽세븐 5주년 이제라 건국제에 이어서 드디어 맞이하게 된 에픽세븐 월드 아레나 챔피언십 결승전! 에픽세븐은 항상 여러분과 함께합니다.
안녕하세요, 여러분. 라온이라고 합니다. 2023년에 E7WC 우승 트로피는 누가 차지하게 될지 끝까지 지켜봐 주시길 바랄게요.
안녕하세요, 용기입니다. 이번에 에픽세븐이 5주년을 맞이했습니다. 정말 축하드립니다. 파이팅!
안녕하세요. 컨텐츠 제작자 에린이의 길입니다. 에픽세븐 5주년 축하합니다. 오늘도 즐거운 에픽 라이프 되세요.
Hello， 大家好，我是睿智的阿智。谢谢有你可以让我们一路追随。2023 E7WC决胜战，전 세계에서 즐길 수 있는 에픽세븐 파이팅!
이제라 건국제 다시 한번 찾아왔기 때문에 많은 사랑 부탁드리고 그리고 다시 한번 축하드린다는 말씀 드리고 싶습니다.
Congratulations Epic7 on the 5th Ezran Foundation Day celebration.
5 years running, here's to 5 more, and don't forget the E7WC finals are coming up.
Félicitations au 5e anniversaire de la fondation d'Ezra. J'ai hâte d'assister à la finale de l'E7WC.
Ganchaio. Smilegate Ganchanida. Eu espero que nós possamos passar por mais vários aniversários e mais vários mundiais.
에픽세븐의 5번째 생일과 3번째 월드 챔피언십을 함께할 수 있다니 믿겨지지가 않아요. 에픽세븐아, 지금처럼 재밌게 영원히 함께하자.
并且终于来到 E7WC 的决胜战。2023年 E7WC 冠军宝座降落谁家？大家拭目以待。
希望 BC 史诗能够越来越成功。哇！
日本の月影ランディ以上です。5周年おめでとう。そしていよいよ今年の最強継承者が決定する E7WC ファイナル。今年最高の熱い戦いに向けて。
Now, let's go watch us some E7WC matches.
드디어 만났고 작전을 개시한다.
승리를 향한 위대한 항해 E7WC 2023 챔피언이 결정되는 대망의 결승전 날이 밝았습니다.
The Grand Voyage Victory E7WC 2023. The exciting last day of the tournament where we crowned the champion is finally here.
약 한 달이 넘는 시간 동안 올해 최고의 에픽7 계승자가 되기 위해서 서버별 예선과 치열한 본선전이 이어졌습니다. 마침내 오늘 이 자리에서 챔피언에 도전하게 되는 3명의 선수만이 남아 있습니다.
For over a month, players from each server has fought through the qualifiers and intense battles on the main stage to become this year's ultimate Epic7 champion. And now only 3 players are left standing here today to challenge for the championship title.
자, 당당히 오프라인 무대에서 여러분을 만나게 될 그 주인공들 지금 바로 여러분께 소개합니다.
It is time for us to introduce the top 3 players who have earned their place on this amazing offline stage.
Alright, Heir on. Oh my. But one important thing.
Really hard to go through here, but we're in the previous similar situations here.
Oh, this fight is about to do some damage. They got hands out Rufus with E1 victory.
현재 5승 무패로 무패 행진을 이어가고 있는 만큼 글로벌 서버에서 챔피언이 탄생할 수 있을 거란 기대감을 심어주고 있는데요. 지금까지의 모습처럼 오늘도 좋은 활약을 기대해 보도록 하겠습니다.
With an ongoing undefeated streak of 5-0, Pupus is raising hopes, and we might witness a global silver champion for the first time. Many are looking forward to another outstanding performance from Pupus today.
자, 다음 선수는 푸페스 선수와 함께 위너 파이널을 기다리고 있는 선수죠. 바로 모셔보겠습니다.
Our next player waiting for the winner's final, the one ongoing against Pupist, introducing the opponent from Japan server.
More cooldown. And Marguerite mashing the skill 3 button, not letting his opponent surrender. Marguerite moving up with a 3-0 score.
마가릿 선수 역시 전승을 기록하고 있습니다. 연승을 거듭하며 작년에 이어서 올해에도 일본 서버의 우승을 안겨줄 수 있을까요? 주목해 주시기 바랍니다.
Marguerite also has an undefeated record, continuously stacking wins. Can he keep the championship title to the Japan server once again this year? Keep your eyes on this player.
자, 다음은 마지막으로 파이널 무대에 합류한 선수죠. 지금 바로 만나보시죠.
Last but not least, this player is the last person to join the final stage, introducing another player from Global Server.
1,000 health, and she's still the rose going. It's insane. And she's gonna propose to
Could be it right here. The follow-up.
I think it all comes down to this. Oh, just not enough! And look at the healing! Oh my god! She already has attack buff. She's gonna be doing so hard. It's like 19,000, 18,000 or something.
And that
It's over.
called Winter Wish. We'll take game number 4 and the entire match best of 5.
루저 파이널에 진출하긴 했지만 E7WC 2023 우승자 예측 투표에서는 압도적으로 당당히 1위를 차지하고 있죠. 계승자 여러분들의 염원에 힘입어 2연승과 함께 챔피언의 자리까지 오를 수 있을지 많은 응원을 부탁드리겠습니다.
Winter Wish did advance to the lower bracket final, but in the E7WC 2023 Championship prediction for the final day, Winter Wish is indeed in first place. Will Winter Wish live up to the hope of the fans and claim back-to-back victories? Send your energy to Winter Wish.
계승자라면 당연히 꿈꾸고 계승자라면 당연히 욕심날 만한 그 챔피언의 자리, 바로 오늘 이 자리에서 그 주인공이 탄생합니다.
The dream stage of every single heir. A new champion will be born right here on the stage.
2023년도 가장 영예로운 자리에 도전하는 3명의 선수를 향해서 함께 응원해 주시길 바라겠습니다.
We hope that you support the journey of these 3 players until their last fight, challenging for the most honorable title of 2023.
이 영광스러운 항해를 함께하고 계시는 모든 계승자 여러분께 다시 한번 진심으로 감사 인사를 전하면서 대망의 파이널 무대를 지금 시작하겠습니다.
We'd like to thank all heirs joining us for the magnificent event. Without further ado, let's begin the grand finale of E7WC. And welcome everyone to the final day of E7WC 2023. I am G-Clef, your host on this magnificent, wonderful stage offline in South Korea. And of course, I'm not alone for the final day. Jenna Zad right here, Car 6 right here. How are we feeling, guys, for the final day where we crown the champion of E7WC 2023? Jenna.
It's going great. Glad to be here. I wish I was there with you, actually, in Korea. I think it would be awesome. Good thing they had the commercial break, so you had time to run over to the desk here. But I'm pretty hyped.
Yeah, that was a crazy opening. First offline event for Epic 7 to have this big of a size tournament. Over 300 people actually joining since hours ago, enjoying the event right outside the venue, too. Car 6, you got to be excited for the final day. How are you doing?
G-Clef, always a pleasure. Honored to be here. Oh my God, what a stage, what an intro. And we have some of the 3 best players that the community could have asked for to show and just compete tonight. I can't wait.
It's going to be great because we do have top 3 players. Went through a lot of prelims, qualifiers, the main stage from top 8. We're down to that top 3. Actually, 2 players from Global, 1 from Japan. Who's going to be the last standing? We'll see how that happens. I hope everyone is enjoying. Of course, maybe in the future, we can have more events offline in other places around the world. But right now, this is great. So many heroes came down in a line hours and hours before the gates even opened. So I'm feeling that energy. Of course, I wish you guys were here right next to me too. But still, we're all connected through the world. So I'm very excited. We only have 3 players. Of course, we'll be starting with that winner's match and then the lower bracket into the grand finale of best of 7 at the end. Let's bring it down, boys. Who are you rooting for? We just have to choose.
I think I know what Car's going to say, but I think I'm going for Winter Wish, Mr. Winter Wish.
Okay.
But maybe he's going for Poopist or Marguerite?
Car 6?
Completely unbiased take. I think Global will be taking tonight. Now, you can't count out Marguerite, the Phantom Slayer, showing he can take out a champion. But yeah, I think Poopist and Winter Wish are even. I might give a slight edge to Poopist because he does have potentially an advantage if he's able to take out Marguerite.
Yes, and we'll explain all that with the overview. It is the final day of the entire schedule, over a 2-month journey here. Champion tonight will be having that $50,000 for himself. Runner-up, $20,000, so it's more than double the prize if you win that first place. And the third, fourth, $10,000. So there's a big gap between third, second, and first. And 5th to 8th place, who already we did have the results, 2.5K. And we are at the end of that schedule. And now, the champion frame looks amazing with that animation.
Oh, baby, look at
good. Look at that. Look at that glow. Oh, the rainbow.
Yeah, it actually looks really nice.
That's
yeah, they improved
crazy.
it too.
Oh, man.
Imagine, right? Because the first sets already look good. This is even better.
Yeah.
And the
but look at that ring.
Yeah, that ring is insane. And I believe everyone will be getting the champion's ring after the tournament. So good luck with the rolls, everyone. I hope you have the maximum speed on that speed set. Championship ring for 23. And here's the updated tournament tree. We have filled all the spots. Oh man, so many weeks, so many great memories when it comes down to this final day. We will start from the winners. Poopist versus Marguerite, still best of 5. And then the loser will immediately have to go against Winter Wish. The winner, the reason why we have 1-0 up in the grand finals already, because of that winner's advantage. Instead of having a bracket reset, the winner from the winner's finals will have that 1-0 advantage going into that best of 7. So that's going to be the rule, just laying it down right there. And now, Twitch drops event for the final day. You get that Navy Captain Landy emoticon, the emoji. I'm sure everyone would love to grab that, and there's only 24 hours of actually, so not too much time. You have to make sure to go into inventory and pick it up and not miss it, because this is a one-time thing. And on top of that, it was going to be something special, so we doubled up on the leaves and also the gold. So the final day, 10 leaves for everyone plus $1 million gold. So something extra for the final day. And I think I'm allowed. Guys, hold on. There might be more towards the end. So, okay.
Oh.
There might be more.
More?
So there might be more. And might is supposed to be 50%, but I'm more likely talking much higher chances. So
Just
here's the password.
just pay me in that Tenebria plush.
The Tenebria plush looks amazing, by the way. It does. Okay. Password for today for 10 leaves, a million gold will be 09 finals 23. So 09 FINALS 23. Make sure to put that in. That should be in your mailbox right now. And don't forget that password. And that's going to be it for the overview. Very hyped for the final matches. We do see, I do have the stage. It is not chroma key. It is not green screen. It's actual stage right behind me with full crowd, basically.
That is surreal, G-Clef. It looks amazing, and you're looking handsome as always, of course.
That too. Thanks for the compliment. And now, guys, it is the final stage. I mean, of course, the new heroes that we cannot... Ooh, what is this? Grand Finals viewer event, Holiday Euphian and Blaze set, and 10 winners for Zenon Foundation Day Celebration merchandise pack. I guess it includes those plushies.
Yeah, you can't even buy the other two. The Tenebria one's there, but I don't think we've seen the Kairon or who is that, Angelica?
I guess it is. I'm not 100% sure, but that's available for all of you guys using Twitter, Instagram. If you don't have one, make one right now, and hashtag Epic7, hashtag E7WC_2023, and you get a chance to win the prize. Either be one of the two winners from Holiday Euphian set, or dude, the figure is amazing, but the Zenon Foundation Day merchandise pack. Oh man, I guess the pack has all 3 of them. That's what I'm guessing.
Only 10 people though. Oh man,
you can be that lucky.
I'm entering.
12. I am actually going to do it right in between the cast. All you have to do is hashtag from Twitter or Instagram. And also, there's something new, and I know you two already talked about this on your stream and on YouTube. Epic7gg.stove.com. You can check out your own match history and your own win rate with a lot of heroes and some good stuff. Good stuff that you can actually check out. So that's available. It's beta, so there might be changes coming in the future, but just check it out. It's a great website that I think a lot of the people has been waiting for. And just letting you guys know, what about Poopist and Marguerite? Like, you can look up all of their stats and all the stuff. They are actually blocked, so you cannot look anything on Marguerite, Poopist, and Winter Wish. They are blocked on this website, making everything fair. So just letting you guys know that this website does exist, and it's pretty detailed. Just and have fun. Go into it, look up your name, look up some of the other names, and you'll find all the players. So those are all the updates. Wow, we have a lot for the grand finals, and I think that's about it for all the news. Maybe it's time to get extra serious now, heading into the match.
Game time.
This is the finals.
It is. We start from the winners, best of 5, and it's going to matter so much. First pick, we've been seeing a lot of that landing with a negative win rate so far, actually slightly below 50 still. So is it really worth picking it first pick, or can you really afford to not pick it and give it to the opponent who actually might be having a good time? Oh, but before we hop into that match, we have interviews with the players. Okay, let's hear it from them. As soon as it's ready, we'll just hop on in. Let's see who it's going to be first. Not only having that ready, but I'll let you guys know exactly when that's ready.
Hope we can see that body pillow from Marguerite. I hope Winter Wish is going to show that Emma Landy's not that much of a threat on the stage. I guess we're going to see what happens.
I think that is a good luck charm for Marguerite. But yeah, speaking of Poopist and Winter Wish, I think both showed that they can both play the Landy as well as fight it.
Oh, I guess we'll talk to Poopist first. Let's hear from
Hello,
Poopist.
Poopist.
Hello.
Hello, Poopist.
Hello.
Hey.
Yeah. 자, 푸페스 선수 오늘 결승전 무대에 올라왔습니다. 예선전이 올라올 때 결승전 무대에 진출할 거라고 예상을 하셨는지 궁금합니다.
Did you imagine that you'll be here today?
No, I didn't think it was very likely.
올라올 거라고 예상하지 못했고. Again.
No, I didn't think it was going to be likely, but I'm very thrilled to be here. It's very exciting, very hype tournament stage.
이 자리에 올라오는 거는 예상하지 못했지만 올라왔다는 게 정말 감명 깊습니다.
확실히 기대를 못했다고는 했지만 5승 0패로 무패 행진을 이어나가고 있거든요. 하지만 위너 파이널 상대인 마가리트 선수도 연승 기세가 좀 무서운데 어떤 경기가 펼쳐질 거라고 예상하고 있나요?
You maintained a undefeated streak of 5-0 in this tournament. However, your opponent in the winners finals, Margaret, is also on a scary winning streak. What kind of match are you expecting?
I expect it to be close, tight, very strong opponent, performed well, very solid drafter, very solid player. So I think it'll be probably go the full 5 games.
마가레트 선수는 정말 강하고 그분이 어떤 공격을 할지 정말 기대가 되고요. 그다음 이 선수가 어떤 걸 준비했는지도 모르겠고 그다음 이번에 5대 0으로는 절대 안 될 것 같다 생각을 합니다.
5대 0은 없을 것이다.
자, 예. 이번에 승리했을 때 이제 강아지와 항상 이제 함께하는 모습을 보여줬었는데 이번에 승리하게 된다면 혹시 어떤 세레머니를 준비하고 있는지 궁금합니다.
So after each victory, your joyful moment with your dog left a lasting impression. If you win this time, do you have a special celebration prepared?
Oh yeah, she's a good girl. She'll definitely get some good treats if we win this any of these matches.
이번 경기에서 이기게 되면 강아지한테 정말 맛있는 간식을 줄 겁니다.
자, 끝으로 이제 물론 첫 번째 경기가 중요하겠습니다만 윈터위시 선수에 대해서는 가장 많은 또 계승자 여러분들이 우승 확률을 투표를 해주고 계신데 어떻게 생각하는지 좀 궁금합니다.
So a lot of heirs voted for Winter Wish's winner prediction vote. So what do you think about Winter Wish?
Scary player. I mean, he lost his first series on in the tournament finals, but then after that he's just been dominating. So I can see it why he's even the favorite even from the lower bracket.
되게 무서운 선수고 물론 한 번 지긴 했지만 그 이후로는 모든 선수들을 각계격파하면서 올라왔기 때문에 정말 두려운 상대라고 생각합니다.
자, 오늘 인터뷰 감사드리고요. 끝까지 최선을 다해서 좋은 결과 있길 바라겠습니다.
I hope wish you well and see you in the championship.
Thank you very much.
감사합니다.
Best of luck to Pupis, and we just heard from the first global server. What a tournament, top 3, and we have 2 global server players. We were only imagining that this would be the day, and technically just from simple math, 66% to have a global player as champion. But Margarita's right there. Oh, the Japan server about to looking for that back-to-back, 2 years in a row Japan server win for E7WC. Well, Pupis sounds very confident.
Even if he doesn't win, I think he kind of won the people's hearts, right? I think a lot of people are big fans of him now.
Well, I wanted to comment on that. They were saying, and I saw it too, right? Winter Wish is the most voted right now, but I think that's also just because Winter Wish was the last week's player. He was obviously the highlight. He was so dominant, but guys, don't forget Pupis' run. He's undefeated. He was looking as dominant as Winter Wish and hasn't dropped a set.
Yeah, that's true. Some people might have forgot about his amazing play from the week before, because last week we only got to see Winter Wish. So we'll hear from the next player, Marguerite. Hello, Marguerite.
네, 잘 들립니다.
네. 자, 오늘 결승전 무대에 진출하게 됐는데 지금 현재 좀 긴장되거나 떨리는지 지금 소감이 어떤지 궁금합니다.
Now you're up on the big stage. Are you nervous at all? What are your feelings?
긴장되지 않습니다.
I'm not nervous at all. Should be
긴장이 안
okay.
될 만한 게 지금까지 라운드 승률이 무려 85.7%로 참가 선수 중에 가장 높은
shouldn't be
수치거든요.
too nervous. You have an
본인만의
amazing win rate.
그 에픽 7을 잘하는 비결 같은 게 좀 따로 있을까요?
Would there be some type of pro tip how to win all these games in a tournament stage?
良好的心态和比较好的运气。
운도 좋고 제가 좀 평정심 유지해서 잘 플레이하고 있다고 생각합니다.
Yeah, I think along with the luck,
첫
I
대결
was
상대 이제 푸페스 선수가
keeping my
마가리 선수 상대로
comfortable.
약간 좀 대등한
I was
경기력,
keeping
쉽게
it
무너지지
calm
않는 그런
and
걸
the peace
보여준다고
in my
했는데
heart.
혹시
I
마가리
think was the
선수는
key.
좀 다른 견해를 좀 가지고 있는지 그게 궁금합니다.
就是刚刚第一场对赛的布达佩斯
And about the
选
opponent,
手说，
Pupis
就
and
是
also
应
the
该是
Winter
不
Wish
难
team
的
was the voted favorite.
肯
Do
定
you
会
have
难
any
的
other
一个
opinion
决赛。
on
你
the
觉
other
得
players?
就决赛会怎么样进行呢？
其他两位选手都是实力都非常的强力，然后我觉得我可能 会陷入苦战。
마그리트 선수도 마찬가지로 푸다페스트 선수가 막강한 상대라고 생각하기 때문에 열심히 노력한다고 합니다.
I do think Pupis is a
오늘
very
본인의
strong player
우승
indeed.
확률,
So I will just
우승자로
try to do
투표해
my
주신
best.
계승자분들이 굉장히 많은데 우승 확률 몇 %라고 생각하고 계십니까?
What do you think is your chance of becoming the champion today?
会率是大概几%？
3个人嘛，1/3。
3명이기 때문에 3분의 1의 확률이라고
So there are
생각합니다.
3 players.
자,
1 out of
3분의
3
1
will be a good
합니다마는
chance,
오늘
I think.
정말 끝까지 최선을 다해서 좋은 결과 있기를 함께 응원하겠습니다.
他支持你的比赛，
Thank you,
加油！
Marguerite. Best of luck in your winners
네,
finals,
감사합니다.
in the final day of the tournament.
자, 마가리트 선수
And
함께
1 out of
만나봤습니다.
3. What simple math, just like I did
The
right
players are so
before.
humble.
I know.
Yeah, I think we were saying we
Final
would like to have
stage.
like a bad guy be confident, but you know what? It is nice.
Oh.
These three are definitely deserving. They're all saying, you know, I respect my opponent. The odds is gonna be tough, and you know, as long as it's a good show, I agree.
Margaret was the guy who was saying like, oh, you know, I'm like the bottom 8th place player. You know, I just barely got in, and here he is in the winners finals right there. So
Barely got in
Must
top
have been something
3. Makes no sense.
yeah,
to
barely.
Me,
He's
but
just you know, he's the bottom guy.
I think Jenny, even when if he wins it, he'll still be the same, right? Like, oh,
Yeah,
you
he'll be
know,
like, oh, I
anyone
just got
could have
lucky.
won.
with a hint of luck and a bunch of pour with my skill. Yeah, Marguerite just keeping it humble, and I do think we also have an interview with Winterwish real soon. As man, people actually walking by. We're live right here in South Korea with all the fans,
So
E7
cool.
fans. Actually, they lined up like 3 hours ahead. So a few of them.
I'd
to-
line up 5
Oh,
hours
man.
ahead for that 10A plush.
I know I'd be in that lobby with all the
Burst
cool
in
stuff you were
line.
showing. Man.
I tried to be in the line, but that was a great wall of E7 fans in the line. So I also couldn't get it. Maybe I'll have some time after the broadcast to line up to get that plushie. But so far, no luck.
Fingers crossed.
Well, we'll see. That plushie does look amazing, but I think we're getting Winterwish ready to go with the interview. And I think we have that call right now. Winterwish for you, ladies and gentlemen.
안녕하세요.
Hello, Winterwish.
Hello, Winterwish.
Oh, this one's in English.
네, 자 지금 결승전 그랜드 파이널 무대에 어떻게 보면 가장 힘든 난관을 뚫고 올라왔는데 소감이 어떠신지 궁금합니다.
You survived the losers round and made it to the final stage. How do you feel?
I was very nervous, but now I feel very relieved.
많이 떨리지만 지금은 긴장이 많이 풀려졌습니다.
아니 근데 루저 파이널로 진출을 해서 한 번 졌는데도 불구하고 우승자 예측 투표 좀 압도적 1위를 기록하고 있거든요. 왜 이렇게 투표 결과가 나왔다고 생각을 하나요?
Despite the defending through losers round, you're ranked first in the winner prediction vote. Why do you think that?
I think it's just recency bias because my game was played last, so people remember me more, I guess.
그냥 이번에 제 경기가 제일 마지막 경기였기 때문에 사람들한테 더 많이 기억에 남지 않았을까 생각합니다.
자 그리고 이번에 이제 푸페스트 선수와 마가리 선수 중에 이제 패자와 이제 붙게 되는데 혹시 어떤 선수가 내려왔으면 좋겠는지 궁금합니다.
You'll face another player between Pupist and Margaret in the losers final. Which player do you hope to face?
To be honest, I don't want to face neither, but if I really had to pick one, probably Margaret because he plays slower like me, so I hope I can play a more standard game.
솔직히 말씀드리면 둘 다 상대하고 싶지 않지만 그래도 굳이 선택을 하자면 마가레트 선수를 선택을 하고 싶습니다. 마가레트 선수 자체가 되게 천천히 플레이하는 선수고 저와 비슷한 성향입니다. 그래서 차라리 마가레트 선수와 진행을 하고 싶습니다.
자 그러다 우승으로 가기 위해선 두 선수를 모두 꺾어야만 합니다. 자 우리 계승자 여러분들이 가장 많은 투표로 우승을 할 것이다라는 승부 예측을 해줬는데 우리 계승자 여러분들께 한 말씀 감사 인사를 전한다면요.
So, would you like to say a word to the heirs who voted for you?
Don't get your hopes up, but I'll do my best to deliver your charms.
너무 기대는 하지 말아주세요. 하지만 저는 제 최선을 다하겠습니다.
알겠습니다. 오늘 끝까지 최선을 다해서 좋은 결과 있기를 응원하겠습니다.
We hope you have the good outcome today.
Best of luck, Winter Wish.
감사합니다.
자,
And man,
저희가 설명이
all three players so humble.
Too humble.
I somehow feel a little less confident voting for him now.
I mean,
You
I
should have
brought
been
up
like,
the-
I'll be your champion.
Yeah, I brought up that it might be a little recency bias, you know, him getting the most votes. But man, Winter Wish, I take that all back, dude. You were looking so dominant
he was
last
so
week.
strong.
Come on,
yes.
man.
They were all very strong if you include the games before. Exactly the reason why they have made it all into the winners and the lower bracket finals. We'll see how that goes. Of course, we did get to hear a little bit. I was at least expecting something like, oh, it's going to be global server time. We bring that trophy home from Japan this
Easy
time.
global win or
That'll be
something.
my interview if I have one, but these players are so humble, ready to go.
I can't
And-
wait. Next World Cup, G-Clef, you'll be on the stage.
Oh man,
That's
I'm
right.
nowhere close. So, it is time for that winners finals. Poopist on the left, global server representative, and Marguerite on the right from Japan server. Here it is, winner finals.
go.
Even if you lose, you don't drop out from the tournament. You go down to face Winter Wish. If you win, though, the advantage is huge. You start with a 1-0 score in the best of 7 in the grand finals. So certainly you do want to grab that win and take a little breather.
I'd be pretty scared of dropping down to the losers finals though, because you got to fight Winter Wish. That's no
right.
easier.
Yeah, I think they were talking about who they don't want to fight. And I just want to mention that Poopist here, I think Winter Wish kind of talked about it. I think his strength is going to be that he has the flexibility to play a little faster, play more aggressive, while the other two, I think, have been more standard and a little bit safer.
Well, look at that win rate too. 100% 5-0 for match 1, and the first round, 12 wins, 3 losses. Look at that win rate, it's insane.
Giga Chad.
About the same.
And Marguerite.
On the other side,
oh,
though,
man.
no
He
match
was
loss.
better? Oh my god.
Of course, that's the
Yeah,
reason
one
why
less loss.
one less, a round loss. So even higher of a number for that round win rate. And the most pin, actually, 6 out of 14, which means Marguerite does like to play a lot more heroes.
Yeah.
Few more heroes. Actually, Marguerite used 32 total heroes. Hero pool I'm talking about, and Poopist only used 30. So small difference.
Got it.
And oh, dude, that 91%
Look at-
second pick win rate from Marguerite. What's up with that?
That's pretty insane.
Yeah, all these players, all 3 of these guys have insane second pick win rates. Poopist showing a 100% win rate at first.
Yeah, he
Head-to-head is
never
1-1.
loses when he gets first pick, and the head-to-head being 1-1, it's perfect.
That
It's
makes it
anyone's
fun.
game.
Everyone here
Anyone
is
could win.
in for a treat. These two. Certainly anyone can win. Super high win rate.
Well, someone's going to get their first loss here, right, G-Clef?
They
One of
have
these 2
to.
players has been undefeated.
Yes.
They're going to take an L.
That match record, perfect record, will be broken after this match, but first pick slightly lower, so only 3 games for Marguerite for the first pick. I think that's the reason why he was always getting
Yeah.
second pick, because he was basically, I guess, for the other part, winning all
Always
the time.
winning.
Yeah, when you keep winning, you keep getting second pick, and then
That's
if you
right.
keep winning a second pick, you're just never going to get first pick.
He just never loses.
I guess so. And these were the match points. We are ready to go into our game. Here it is, winners finals.
Oh, baby!
I
Get
know, I'm
ready.
so hyped. Let's go!
Here's the first draft.
Oh,
Round 1, Poopist on the left, Marguerite on the right. What do we start with? What do we ban? The pre-ban phase. Lua.
Oh,
Alright, so
classics
Randy
right
will
here.
be out of there. Yep,
Okay.
and Lua taken out.
Wait,
too.
something really important to note though, Zio is open, and he is normally banned
Oh,
all the time.
Poopist.
That's right.
As
The
10
Bellion
first
pre-ban,
pick.
yeah. Yeah, with that Bellion pre-ban, he's showing he wants this early Spectre Tenebrio.
So what Poopist is going for is a very classic draft. I think he's going to pick Zio here, actually. By pre-banning Landy and the Belian, a lot of players like to go for the Zio Spectre Tenebria kind of like rush-down
I think
flexible
so,
draft.
too.
So I think there's high odds of that. Now, Marguerite already kind of anticipated that in some way, picking the Aiden, but the Emo Lilius is weak to Zio if he does opt for it.
Immediate response from Marguerite. The 2 picks didn't even take 10 seconds. Ready to go?
Oh, opting for something a little bit different. Going for
Yeah,
the God
that's a huge.
Destino.
He was open-ended on his draft, but that's definitely showing he's willing to play a little bit standardish, a little bit slower here. Tanking up, very solid combo right there with the Yule Destino.
Yeah. He had two choices. He could either up the tempo or lower it, and he decided to opt for a slower team, just lowering that tempo, not really going as aggressive. He probably didn't want to pick Heir as much because there's an Aiden on Marguerite's side as well. So he decided to go a little bit slower here.
And see the Briar Witch? Yeah, he's hovering over this Briar Witch Iceria right now.
Because of the
He
Cena on the other
does
side.
have... Yeah, he has the advantage of the first turn right here, so he can pick a Briar Witch and feel a little bit safer about it. And Marguerite is also safe from units like Peyra for the most part because he has someone like Aiden as well. So he's feeling a little bit safe with his Briar Witch Iceria pick, which is very strong in his Destiny,
obviously great pick, right? Anti-revive, defense breaks, has some reach for the Spectre Tenebris as well. Oh, and here's the Zeo that we were kind of talking about, Jenna, but I don't know if he should still pick this after the Eula
I'm not sure. I mean, there is no cleanse on Marguerite's side, so it would be able to stop the Emma Lilius at the beginning of the match, but would it be useful?
Yeah, I would avoid that.
Oh, he does go for the Peyra. So Peyra does actually completely crush this Emma Lilius and Briar Witch Iceria by herself, so he might just be like, I'm going to take the Aiden counter, I don't really care, it doesn't really matter that much. But he has to pick another carry here. Who is his other unit? Is Karina going to be his second DPS?
I like that pick there, right? If we can assume we can cleanse off that defense rate. Oh, wait. So Karina's locked in?
Karina.
I see it.
Yeah.
I got surprised by this Mortellix.
Yeah, for a second, I thought he was highlighting that.
Honestly, not the worst spot for Mortellix. And I might feel bad because I said
Great Mortellix in first game? Marguerite.
I mean, Mort is pretty safe into Peyra and Yolha and Justina
and
Mortellix
is locked in! Marguerite!
There he is!
I gotta eat my words. I did not think we would see a Mort here in the finals.
The first match of the finals.
Oh my god.
Poopist, considering
The great
the
Mortellix?
Are we going to see that dragon? Poopist? And he goes through Cheryl ban.
He wants to ban out the Spectre Tenebria because his team, even though it has a little bit of reach, not the best with the Mortellix last pick there. I think this Mort is going to run him up. He's going to be insane.
Yeah, we're going to have to see. I mean, you can't even stun him, even if you get a lucky hit with this Peyra, which is pretty crazy, and he does put a lot of injury on making this
the longer
Yolha.
the match goes on, considering Poopist doesn't have the highest damage potential on his team, this could be bad.
No SNS, no Sharoon, and we go into game one, round one between the two winners finals. Here's Peyra.
I think you got to go for that skill too.
Wow, that is huge. Big star for Poopist.
Okay.
Yeah, doesn't actually land anything on this Emma Lilius though, which is a big deal. Maybe the immunity and 15% really paying off there, but this Aiden now has unbuffable, no restrict, but still the unbuffable.
Right? The unbuffable on Bryceria could just knock out her free skill nullifier for the immortality she gets on death.
Yeah, definitely. And Mort also not able to get any of these buffs. This is pretty unfortunate for Marguerite's side right here. Is Poopist the main character?
Certainly looking that way. We do pull that odd in, but look at that damage. Pretty much nothing.
And the Cena's here.
Debating pushing up Karina and just putting the pressure on.
I think you might be right.
Yeah, because we can capitalize on.
Yulha instead.
He wants to go for the provoke.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good idea.
Does land.
Oh, and
that's
a
damage.
counterattack,
Look at that,
though.
4,000 from a knight.
Yeah, the counterattack Yola is actually pretty great because it puts you in an endless feedback loop of just continually getting provoked over and over.
There is Mort with S3. But
Counterattack does hit and land the defense break.
On top
Oh
of the
my.
the pair landing, you know, on Buffalo and Mort. This is so bad.
Poopist is just running amok.
Everything hitting on the right place. And counter.
Another counterattack.
And with the rocket punch damage, look at that. She's down to half.
So much damage. I think her skill 3 might get popped here. It's going to be so hard.
I definitely agree with this. We capitalize on our advantage.
And
does land the defense break.
Oh, Auden barely survives. Not looking
Man,
good for
there's so
Marguerite.
much damage.
Stun with the
Goes
soul
for the
burn.
stun. He does get it. Yeah.
It just looks so dominant right here for Poopist. I mean, just even from the very first turn, he was just completely crushing Marguerite.
Yeah, and that unbuffable did come to play. Briar Witch Iceria getting taken out there. No second life for her.
So how can Marguerite come back now? There's no other sustain.
I don't know if there is a comeback
Auden
here.
is way too low. Oh, that's gonna help a little bit.
No defense break.
Oh, it's still the
Yeah,
unblockable.
unfortunately, Aiden's not able to leech enough life to survive against this Karina. She's doing too much damage, and he's going for the skill 3, but I don't think this is going to be enough at all.
And even if it was, we still have a Destina with a full skill 3 ready. Right, which I say is off the table, so revives are now in play.
I'll take your life.
Does get the resist there, so they can go for a provoke, possibly delaying their Aiden getting taken out, which is really helpful.
Maybe if he can cycle back to Mort's turn. He did already use this. Oh no, I'm sorry. Skill 3 is ready on Mort here.
Provoke, but did not get pushed back.
So I think they're going to attack this Aiden, but she is going to counter with her skill 2, and they're on Moonlight Dreamblade, so it might do a lot.
She does. She almost didn't get that counter, though. That is very relevant here. She will get taken out here. There's the pop from the rocket punch.
Oh, she takes an extra turn because of that CR push from her skill 2.
Lands the defense break as well. This is huge damage.
So much damage.
Yeah, that plus 50.
We hit the Mort a second time?
A second hit on the Mort.
Oh my god.
Goblet of Oak.
This is right here showing the power of debuffs. This Peira is just putting so much control onto Marguerite's side from the very beginning of the turn, and why she's become such a huge pick in our team.
Yeah, and Destina has her full skills available. Marguerite, I don't know if there's an out now.
If you wish to live.
A huge
Yeah,
chance
at this
for
point,
Puppet.
I don't think this Mort can really do much. Even if he keeps stripping, I don't think he can really take out the whole team by himself.
Even with Conqueror Olivia.
Yeah, he's not even able to land defense breaks because the Karina has enough resist typically to cover that.
He is going for the second strip on the shirt right there.
There we go.
It's going to heal him a bit, but unfortunately he's unbuffable, so he's not even able to get his really important buff to land
It's so
defense.
unfortunate that Pear lands twice on Mortellix. Hit on the Auden as well. And we have a second skill 3 here from Karina. My goodness.
That's another big punch. And man,
Yeah,
it's looking
definitely.
good.
And
Marguerite, I think.
I would say, yeah, it's all but over for poor Marguerite here.
And here's Julha.
Yeah,
Mania Vanity to finish up the entire team. And there it is. First round going to Poopus. Oh man.
I would say that was a pretty clean win out of his side. I think the Peira just completely tore Marguerite apart. He picked that Aiden early thinking, oh, maybe I'll be a little bit more safe. Maybe something like Peira won't affect me as much. But as we saw, Poopus just said, I don't care. And he just went in with the Peira.
Yeah, but I mean, he did look very dominant there. I think there was definitely a lot of RNG involved, especially on the Peira, hitting the 50-50s on Mortellix twice, and also hitting that Auden the first turn, not getting that counterattack. And he just kind of steamrolled and took the advantage from there. Well played by Poopus.
Yeah, I totally agree, but I will say, even with RNG involved, the faster you kill that Yulha, the faster she's going to kill one of your units as well. So even if things had gone differently, it was such a huge threat from Poopa's side.
Well, let's say, like, I think if Mortellix gets a chance here, and I might be coping with Mort, but, you know, we stacked that injury. We saw how fast he cycles between the skill 3. If he doesn't have unbuffable on, it could have been a different story.
Yeah.
Well, Mortellix
You never know.
still allowed. Well, we'll see if he ever comes back into the game, as we do have Spectre Tenant.
We already
plus
see the first pick.
Yeah,
oh,
Marguerite's
Olivia
picking fast,
here.
as G-Clef mentioned.
Yeah, Marguerite is super fast about picking all the heroes. Certainly
So
ready.
keep in mind, Spectre, Tenebra, and Sharoon are now gone.
That's right.
So no more Spectre out of Poopa's side. So what is he going to go for?
Yeah, now his belly and tree
There's the Zeo. We haven't seen a lot of him in the World Cup because he's actually been getting banned so often, and this is actually a really powerful opener right here. The Aiden into Zeo gives a lot of power and a a lot of protection.
And it's
Very
also
flexible
probably
team.
why, right, he didn't pick the Zeo last round, because Marguerite was the one that had the Auden.
in this world I trust.
Oh, troublemaker.
Oh, really tanking down. This is
more
an
defense.
insanely bulky team.
Yeah, so they've definitely they've taken their roles here. Marguerite gonna try to tank up, and Poopus will be the aggressor.
Emil Rowana, I think we might see a pick like that possibly right here,
Could be
because he
very
does have
strong.
two characters that should outspeed Marguerite's team.
You might have called it. He's
And
hovering.
He's highlighting it.
Theo
This
plus
is a
Peira.
very, very popular team.
And you can break the opponent in just a few turns.
I'll prove my love to
There it
you.
is.
There it is. A lot of people, including me, not really thinking that Rowana was all that strong on release, but she's actually become such a staple pick with this popular team that Poopa's just pulled out there. And normally to counter it, you need a full team of immunities to really be able to survive the reset.
That's right. I've even seen as far as people saying like Rowana is like the premier type of cleave at the moment, but here we go. Marguerite responds with that Senya and the Paulus.
I have to think that Marguerite must be prepared for this. What most people do is they will ban the Peyra for the AoE strip, so only Zio's there, and then you have immunity on your entire team to protect yourself against the Rwana.
Edward,
But I'm not sure.
Surprised, especially after how dominant Peyra was last game.
So seeing that final pick, the Edward, I've got to think that maybe he's getting rid of the Karina or something and hoping Edward could possibly solo Marguerite's team.
I think that's... Yeah, it's risky leaving with Karina. I think that is the ban. The obvious one, at least from Pupa's side.
We've seen Edward's win rate, though. Even when he's picked in a decent spot, he doesn't seem to perform all that great.
But if he
And
gets
we do
through
see
here,
the
I
Karina
think this is
Peyra.
an ideal team for him to fight.
Peyra ban.
Yeah,
And
it might be.
Karina.
That's right, G-Clef. Oh my god.
So let's see. I think Marguerite looks like he's pretty prepared for this kind of aggressive team, but is the Edward going to be able to just solo his whole squad?
Witness.
We'll have
the
to see on
power
that.
of
Second
the
round.
chosen.
Of course, Zio.
4 immunities right there. He is completely prepared for this Rwana.
Not surprised, right? These guys are definitely ready to go. Did their homework.
Those who deny
Gotta see if
their
it pays
faith.
off.
Yeah, this makes it so that the Rwana pick's a lot harder to use.
Who let these guys
Okay,
off their
Silence does
leashes?
go in.
So because of that Politis, the Rwana's not even able to take a turn. Look at her on the CR bar right there. Until the Zio takes a second turn, there's no way she's getting one. And being able to cleanse
Cleanse that
immediately.
Silly pushes her up, gets that anti-crit and defense up here.
Even though Pupa's had so much aggression, suddenly Marguerite is the one that's essentially getting the first turn advantage right here and debuffing his whole team.
Quite ironic. Here we go, Calculus next turn. We opting for a provoke, maybe skill 1, debating.
Between the Aiden and the Edward probably does decide to go for the Edward. So even though Edward's so good against debuffs, he can get overloaded if there's too many debuffs on the other side.
That's right, I think that's exactly what we're going to see happen.
Oh, does land the stun!
Oh, that's huge!
He overloaded him with just way too much that his passive can't even proc.
Just call it this.
And look at this unbuffable. Even if the Aiden goes to the skill 3, they can't make any of their team invulnerable. So right now, Marguerite is in a pretty commanding lead.
Not only that, there's not very many great targets. Look how tanky this Paulus is. Even with that little
Senya
attack there, it's super healthy.
coming out with the skill 3 and has vigor, so she's probably going to be doing an all right amount of damage here.
The dragon.
Oh, actually, not too much.
Yeah, you don't expect too much from the front load, but of course, when she starts getting these counters from that provoke, especially on that Zio,
Are you
you're gonna
ready?
Ooh, gets a
Make
cheeky
that
little
a-
Oh, man.
Make that a double
3
stun.
stuns right there. Oh, wait a second, a triple stun.
What
taken
is
out.
happening?
Very
Zio
low.
has
Take your life.
barely any HP left.
Who said
Zio is
debuffs were
gone.
weak? Oh my god.
Does anyone say that, Car?
Well, maybe I'll just make it up, but look how strong they are. Dominant.
Oh, man. And so you would normally think this is Edward's playground, that he's going to completely pop off, but I'm not sure. 4 very healthy units over on Marguerite's side right here.
Isn't that crazy? This seems like an ideal team for Edward. None of them can really kill him straight up. There's so many debuffs on the field, but then you just get overloaded.
And something I definitely want to say is I want to highlight this Hilog Lance on the Crozet. You saw at the beginning, even though they pushed back that Lilius, the Hilog Lance, he pushed up so far, he just immediately cleanses. He's actually huge value.
Are you ready?
Another hit from
Look
the
at Rwanda.
troublemaker.
Oh, poor
This-
thing is at the top of the
He
turn
could
bar
potentially
with
just
no
pop out in
friend.
here if he wants.
She
Maybe
is
we'll top for a safer play though. Oh, he's going for it.
Yep.
counter
There's
attack.
the counterattack, but he definitely doesn't care. She gets instantly
Died!
deleted.
She missed the crit and actually just died from her counter. She's
Yeah.
gone.
Greater
She was
attack.
gone away, but that is kind of
And the
funny.
counter. Still the provoke
Look at
is
this.
there.
Senya damage.
Marguerite decides to play it a little bit slow. He's like, I'll keep the blind on you. I'm not going to attack you or do anything. I'll save you for last. And but he
He
does
did
hit.
Yeah.
So the blind not really doing that
no
much
ring.
and almost takes her out.
Wow, 1 health in a dream.
But almost is sometimes not good enough.
That's right, Deflect. You need to be dreaming now. It's Poopist.
Do not interfere.
Is this
Edward's gonna have to put on a miracle
Solo.
show here at the end. Yeah,
taste
potentially.
despair.
When he's the last one alive and he's forced to be hit, could still turn it around.
Edward might have a terrible win rate, but this should be his match. This is his time to shine. He has to prove himself here.
You start hitting Edward now while he still has a greater attack. Though? No, gonna opt for the Rwana here. Just take her out of the picture.
Come on.
And now it's
All
Edward.
right, here it is.
Edward against the world.
Well,
with
Crozet does have skill 3 available. I wonder if he's gonna opt to use this instead of maybe chancing a debuff.
Edward for the main stage, having 7 wins and 11 losses, so 38.9% win rate.
Does land.
Oh, he does proc,
What
yeah.
debuffs?
Obey.
But you never
doesn't
know.
actually land. Doesn't land anything significant here. The Conqueror Lily is still alive. It would use the skill 3. It's really important that he gets his vigor and puts a debuff down on Edward. Edward doesn't have his passive anymore, so he can put as many debuffs as he wants on him.
Edward solo.
This is really important right here. He's got to push his advantage right here on this turn. He even has a soul burn.
Senya has to put in a lot of work. He wants to get as low as possible because Edward can always sustain. And once he gets back to his turn, he's going to start counterattacking again.
That's right. But
Yeah, Edward is pretty slow. He might just be lapping him so many times. And he does go for the soul burn into the skill 3 here.
Yep, extra attack.
Stick some debuffs.
And follow this here with the Starfall.
Get behind me.
Obviously, debuff's not really doing a whole lot. As we get further into Frenzy, they're going to be doing more. And every dual attack matters at this point.
Very
There's
relevant
so much
here.
pressure
Yeah,
on.
Margaret getting very lucky in this game. Some
He
plus
does have
ones.
S2.
Reach me.
Just decides to go for the shield and
Yeah,
promote
it's the
here.
latest turn. I like this play.
Way too many debuffs on Edward.
Is he going to just go for the skill 3?
I think
Okay,
skill
he
3
goes
push up
for it.
Senya here.
Do you bring up?
Are you ready?
Yes, Senya on the back.
And you could almost... Okay, we're soul bringing the skill 3. Get that greater attack buff back up.
Yeah, let's cool
He
down.
just landed too.
Oh God!
So Edward has skill 3. He needs to land his hit to get a lot of life steal back. And it is.
Did I see a miss?
That was a miss.
Oh,
goodness,
not even
it's
enough
huge.
route.
It's over.
Edward!
Stun, he resists.
Hold on.
Who let these guys
Oh,
off their
that's some.
leashes?
Yeah,
It's
that's
not over till it's over.
okay.
That's right. And with that CR push. Wait, that
Gets
full
him
attack is
huge.
huge.
So much damage, don't tell me we're
Okay,
way.
no skill 3.
Marguerite.
Second turn, he's getting some life steal back here.
Okay,
2500
Edward.
barrier.
barely hanging by a thread.
Is this enough to pop him?
And
Doesn't
the
let a
extra
debuff and
attack.
takes him out.
Good enough. Way too much damage from Senya. Marguerite brings it back. 1-1 tie. And that's
All right, Marguerite. He's not going down without a fight. A lot of people were just rolling over to Pupus, especially after having a crushing first loss to him like that. But Marguerite showing that he is a real opponent for him, immediately taking him out in the second match.
That's why this man who keeps downplaying himself, he's the Phantom Slayer. Marguerite, show us more of this, man. Pupus and Windwish both, yeah, their opponents kind of felt like they, as soon as they lost the lead, they didn't quite give up, but it was a steamroll.
Yeah.
Marguerite, signs of life, bring it back, tie it up.
That's right, Carr.
Edward's win rate.
Edward's win
man.
rate
Poor
slightly
thing.
lower now, in the mid 30s, I think. But it was almost
So what were we at,
doable.
G-Cloud?
But Marguerite
30%
has
win rate?
38.9. So it's
Oh my
from 711 now it's 712. So it should be slightly lower.
Hashtag buff Edward.
Buff Edward.
I think that's a pretty good hashtag. Oh, put that along with E7WC 2023 to win that plushie on Instagram or Twitter
Ooh,
for that event.
Good ad read right there.
Sliding that in. And we go into our third game with 1-1 tied score. Very important. Now adding on the list, Paraban and Ikarina will be banned.
Yeah, I think that Paraban is huge.
All right, there's the MO Lilius getting traded back and forth between the two players. First pick. Now there's even more bans, so it's become a stronger and stronger pick over time. And oh, this is a very defensive picks out of Marguerite right here. The Summer Luluka is just such a good character with a really high win rate actually into this MO Lilius, and just securing the MO Quirk to make sure he always has cleanses and stealing it from his opponent.
Yeah, and just so strong and threatening, right? In case you want to play a little bit slower, safe like Marguerite, Ocean Breeze Luluka has that kind of threat where she could, cut debuff opponents and sort of punish them with debuffs.
Why don't you just surrender?
Yeah, going to tank it up a little bit, Pupus.
Are you
Pick that
sure
Rider
you can
Crown
handle
and
this?
Lionheart Serbia on top for the third pick. Full light team
Yeah,
so
well,
far.
we've seen how strong the Lionheart Sturmio can be, right, G-Clef? Probably an insane win rate. Gonna get procced potentially here by the Ocean Breeze Luluka, at least eventually.
Yeah, Lionheart
bad pick
Serbia,
for sure.
55.7% win rate with a whole lot of picks. So that proves a lot.
Very
I'll deal with
Very
this.
popular unit. And we see the Apocalypse Ravi. So Apocalypse Ravi recently has been actually kind of on a downturn. A lot of the characters coming out recently have been pretty strong against her, and just the meta overall has been trending away from her. But some of those units, such as the Malshu, are not allowed in the World Cup.
With the power of
Yeah, no
all.
Shu, no Greek, no Veronica here. loud. And of course, no Lilius, the new Lilius that we just got.
Is it my
in-game.
turn?
Will
A
not be
shame,
allowed in
too.
the tournament.
Oh, we see the Briar Witch Assyria coming out just very, very strong into this Aiden and the Emo Koeric, but possibly not great into the Lulika if she's actually able to get her.
Which is why she's such a strong pick, right? Especially that second pick spot. Going to protect your future units there. So very, very nice. Okay, maybe an Architect Leica? Flexing a must-deal with unit. It's a little risky, though, in this spot, right,
Into
Jenna?
the Luluka, I would say that's not a very good idea. Luluka is actually one of the characters that beats this Emo Leica, which is really important. So she beats so many popular first-turn units. That's why she's become such a popular pick.
Yeah, the odd in as well there. Not the best. Now he's hovering. Oh, wow.
Solitaria from Poopist.
Very strong pick into this Summer Luluka, and also is able to just constantly pelt you with debuffs, taking out the Aiden and Apocalypse Ravi over time. Just death by 1,000 cuts.
Certainly.
We're going to see how to Marguerite to fight this, though.
Solitaria can be a one lady army.
Maybe reaching for another cleanse?
The stars light our
Another
way.
solver. Oh, Elena. Ice
Wow, you don't
Elena.
really see this character that often, but I think he just felt like he needed some way to stem the aggression, especially against this Briar Witch Assyria. As
Yeah.
soon as she's skill 3, is able to just cleanse.
Is able to kind of protect and also has some cleanse on the skill 1,
And does
but
get
she will
banned.
be banned out. So last pick banned out respectively.
Well, that shows you it was actually a good enough pick that Poopist had to respect it. He couldn't just ignore that character at all.
Yep. To buy a lot of time for both fifth picks gone, and we go into that round 3 with a 1-1 tied score. Starting with Conqueror Lilius from Poopa's side.
So something that's really important here, he might just go for the skill 1 so that he doesn't proc this Luluka, because if you look at the turn order, this Briar Witch Assyria is going after both cleansers. So she's going to be able to defense break later.
He does indeed. Gets a little bit of damage there from the Briar Witch Assyria pull. What does Marguerite do now with this Ocean Breeze Luluka?
I think that this Lionheart Sirmia might go crazy in this match, because going Briar Witch Assyria straight into the Last Rider Crow is probably going to proc this Aiden, which is then going to make the Lionheart Sirmia go crazy in the defense broken team.
Yeah, if he
Marguerite
sets
might get
that
a
up
bit of trouble.
properly, you could see a huge sweep, especially damage here. Skill 2 comes out.
You challenge
For
me?
the D-break.
Fine.
All right, let's see what happens. What does he land?
This is going to hurt.
No soul burn.
Here it is. The
It
spell.
doesn't hit the Aiden, it misses.
Counter attack.
I'm just getting started.
There is a defense break though on the Apocalypse Ravi.
Oh, Ravi though actually got off pretty clean against a Briar, honestly.
Can you run it and hit?
Look at that Aiden with that bow.
What?
My God.
Insane output.
He got really unlucky into really lucky suddenly. Ooh, does miss the second. She's still alive. 12,000 health. Is she a lifesteal Aiden or just a pure damage?
Can you
I
heal
might-
back?
I think we might have seen this in the past. Could be a lifesteal.
Take
Could be
note
a
for
lifesteal
future
build.
reference.
Your savior on it.
Strider Crow.
With the smite of salvation.
No, it is
no.
not. Big damage.
No lifesteal though.
But yeah, we got the skill 3 now coming out here.
That should
Here
be
comes
To
the
be honest, I think Poopa's team was just too strong here for Marguerite.
Oh,
there
and
was just
that
no way for him to really win.
Poopist
What a fast match.
does win game number 3. One step closer to that
think-
grand finals.
Yeah, that match really showed the importance of getting a first turn advantage with a character like Emo Lilius into a Briar Witch Assyria pick. Because the Briar Witch Assyria was so slow compared to the cleansers that they all go first and you can't cleanse the debuff ahead of time, so you just essentially waste your turns.
Yeah,
and
you
both
even
the
saw,
units just
right?
did
Even
nothing.
without the best skill 3 we missed on the Auden, the damage that the Lionheart Sirmia pumped out after that combo, it was too much for Marguerite to recover from.
Yeah, this Lionheart Sirmia has become such a popular pick recently, and people truly understand the strength of her, especially after watching the World
That
Cup. I think a
damage
lot of people
is
understand.
disgusting.
And just so solid with so many combinations, with so many team comps. She can be active with basically with all these heroes having dual attacks plus extra turns and everything. So she can be active very often. Now Poopist with
Well,
a 2-1 score.
So far, we've seen the player with first pick winning, so Marguerite is going to be getting first pick on this next match, I assume, and maybe taking away the Emo Lilius. So does that give him the advantage, or is Poopist going to be able to take away with the second turn win?
Yeah,
Or
that's a
the
good
second
point, but I
pick?
think it's hard to say because every match that goes on, right, in this best of 5 series, they're going to have less and less options to choose from.
We'll see no Solitaria and no Elena. So
Come.
and Silly
I'll
is
take
going
your
to
life.
Marguerite this time.
And there's the MO Lilius coming out. What kind of response are we gonna see? Oh, we do see the Zio.
Yeah, we see the Zio Gambit opener once again.
Zio into Aiden again? Is he gonna go for it? It didn't work so well last time, but now that there's more bans, maybe he feels a little bit more safe with it, or maybe he has a way to adapt his draft slightly. The Peira is banned though, you have to keep in mind.
This one seems a good match.
Yeah, Marguerite has shown how strong this troublemaker Crozet can be, protecting his team, getting those skill 3 push-up, defense up,
Yeah,
depending on the class.
Taking it down with
Yeah,
low speed.
we're seeing the run back here.
Oh, Sinet again.
Ooh.
What's the winning? The key character for Marguerite?
I mean, don't fix what ain't broke, right? Yeah, go for it again.
All right, well, last time he picked Karina in that spot, which I would say is a bit of a safer pick overall. So I guess we'll have to see. What's Pupus gonna go for? Because there's also no Peira available anymore, and that's one of the linchpins usually of this team. He's looking in the blue section, blue thief section.
Yeah,
too.
Blue Thief, Peira's banned. So,
Yeah,
switching
he's
over.
thinking, wait a second, I can't use that unit. So many bans.
He's thinking Pupus, maybe the first time we've ever seen, could be stumped.
Is he going for Brand or something like that, maybe? No? He decides to slow it down with the Emerald Coeric.
Let's set sail.
Pirate Captain Flan. Big debuffs.
Alright, Pirate Captain Flan does land so many debuffs that it's really, really difficult to actually come back from it unless you have a lot of
but look,
cleansers.
he's hovering with that Celine with the skin. This is a great pick into that Pirate Captain Flan.
Yeah, so Celine is generally seen as a bit of a bait pick, where a lot of the time she kind of fails at doing what she's supposed to do, but she's actually pretty solid into Pirate Captain Flan, because when Pirate Captain Flan uses her skill 1 and has a buff on, she uses a non-attack skill, which then just cleanses the Celine so the bomb never actually explodes on her.
Yeah, and that
So she's
coupled
really
with the
safe.
threat of stopping, you know, any skills being casted, usually she'll give enough value for her team to take over. I wonder if he locks it in. No, might be shifting to a different unit here. Briar Witch.
Okay. I think the Briar Witch is pretty great here. Very safe into Zio, very strong into Mediator Queric and
Right.
this Aiden pick. Even safe into the Pirate Captain Flan because she normally has immune.
Yeah, Briar Witch had trouble with Peira on the other side, but she's gone
That's
from the
interesting,
field.
right? Marguerite, G-Clef, who's looked like he was taken down, now kind of takes a little bit of a higher tempo play with the Briar Witch into that Faithless Litica because Pupus showed that Mediator Queric. Faithless Litica,
Yeah.
a great matchup into that Queric play.
Trusted
So.
and-
Both
Edward.
characters, yeah, both characters very strong into it, and also safe from Zio is the important thing. He needs to make sure that he's safe from him. And
We got
see
this
the Edward run
again.
back. Oh boy.
Oh, this time
He's
Edward's
banned out this
banned.
time.
Edward banned this
Okay.
time, and the Briar Witch. I think that makes a lot of sense. Now the thing is here, I think this Faithless Litica, assuming she's fast enough, might go crazy here. Being able to reset the Mediator Queric into a Senya skill 3 might just hard control Fupa's team.
That's right. That's one of her biggest strengths there
I'm
against
going
someone
to
as powerful
provide
as
some
Mediator Queric.
entertainment.
That's right, Marguerite.
I
Needs
am
to
the
come back if he
rightful
wants to
ruler.
bring us to game 5. Pupus
Kneel
on the match
for me.
point. There's silence from Zio.
We do see the Mediator actually taking the
Wait.
turn before the Faithless
Yeah,
Litica.
that is uncommon.
Either he's insanely
Oh.
fast, or she's insanely slow, or both. But so fast that he even outsped the T-Crozet.
Must be a
He's
really
opting to
fast
just go
build.
Apparently my sword has some work to do.
He was probably calculating the combat readiness bar and wanted to push her up to make sure that she's getting a turn even if Troublemaker Crozet procs or pushes up here, but let's see what happens.
Obey if you wish to
She
live.
does take the turn and she's going to be able to start controlling him.
Yeah, not sure if Pupus play there is going to pay off, but we'll find out.
Restore honor, pick her up, and attack down.
I'll make you kneel before me.
We do see her get pushed back and provoked, and now I assume that the reset is going to come out. Go after the skill 2.
Yep. Get that skill 2, skill 3 combo, most likely.
Yeah, that skill 2 also procs the Aiden's skill 2, and since it's uncounterable, it just puts it on cooldown, so they're totally safe from Aiden. Well, wait, resisted!
What?
Is this why Pupus held the skill? Very fast with effect resist, or is that a 15%? What is happening?
That was not supposed
This
to
is
happen
not
on Marguerite's
looking
side.
good.
Pupus?
That was a really, really important skill to land. You really needed that to be able to control Poopa's team.
that?
Puppis is really looking like the main
Yeah, we were
character
talking about
here.
how
Everything's
Senya
going
here is
his
going to
way.
be the big kind of deal breaker, right? It's really going to dictate the flow of the match. But now Meteor to Kowarik has his cleanse available.
Wait a second. Look at the counter got stolen by the Flan.
That's
Counter
right.
ladies and gentlemen.
That punch on the
And
left
the
now.
bomb landed.
The stun on
And we
Senya
get to
now.
cleanse, full cleanse, all these annoying debuffs.
Oh my god, that
resist was
steal.
insane.
Now that's a pirate.
Is the only thing in this world
It's the
I
full
trust.
cleanse. Senya stunned. No cleanse on Marguerite's side. And the Senya's essentially the hyper carry here, and she's not able to do anything.
Yeah, without counterattack, no provokes, easily ignorable right now.
You should really back down.
There's
This
Dio
is
with
the
the
power
DFI.
of Pirate Captain Flan, though. This Senya, as you can tell, she's not a full damage one. She's more of an effect res Senya, but no one can resist the debuffs coming out of Pirate Captain Flan.
Chip damage coming through onto that Auden.
Only Frenzy 2.
Oh, so much damage being dealt to them because this Emma Lilius has no protection from the team at all. The Crozet is only really protecting the back unit, which is Senya.
Yeah, you're seeing a little bit of the weaknesses. We were talking about the strengths of T. Crozet. But now with the hyper carry, Senya just completely locked down, no counterattack. Not looking too good.
I would expect the Pirate Captain Flan to get pushed up at skill 3 right here, and this is where the control truly begins.
Yeah,
this is where
gonna
she
be
starts to go
so
crazy.
nasty here for Pupus.
Yeah, it took somewhat of a longer time, but here is that Captain Flan.
Surely we let it rip.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah,
There's that full burst.
Pushes back, breaks those skull nulls.
And tons of debuffs.
Oh,
So
that
many bombs.
looks beautiful on Pupa's side.
8 out of 8.
Every member, yeah. Oh my god.
Every debuff landing right there.
That's a full house.
And look at that Senya. She's got a 1-turn bomb there. As soon as her turn starts again, she just instantly blows up and gets stunned again. Fully controlled, single-handedly by one unit, controlling a whole team.
Yeah, unfortunately Marguerite, who might just be delaying the inevitable here. Now T. Crozet, no skills available.
Oh, and Marguerite says
Nice.
GG. Hoopist will be going up to that grand finals with a 3-1 score from the winners finals, starting with a 1-0 score. Oh man.
So that was really
Yeah,
good.
what is? Is Pupus Galaxy
Oh.
Brain? There's the pumper.
His lucky charm.
He said he would celebrate, and there it is.
Yeah, even the dog is happy
Guys,
because he's going to be
Pupus
treated with a
resisted
special.
the Faithless Litica G-Clef. He held the skill initially. Did he know if the build has effect resist? It was so fast. Without sped, it resisted. What happened?
I mean, I have to think that it was just a 15% because a lot of people build effectiveness on Faithless Litica, even if it's a DPS one. So,
But you
I
gotta
can't
imagine, right? Him holding the skill there could have cost. It would have been so bad if he gets reset. We're talking about the Senya's gonna go right after. Full provoke, counterattack, greater attack buff. But somehow it worked out on the side of Pupus.
yeah, I mean, I guess he just didn't want the buffs to be stripped by the skill
Faithless
2 with the
Litica.
Faithless Litica,
That's
I
right,
assume.
yeah.
But I think what's really important is Pupus essentially drafted a similar team at the start to the one that he lost, but then he really just changed it up in the middle, and it really worked against Margaret.
What a play.
Yeah, even without
I do
Pera.
think that
Yes,
that
sir.
resistance is a huge deal.
I would like to see the numbers on that Kawarik from Pupus. It was certainly interesting with that much speed.
Yeah.
Here's the highlight from round 1 of the Pupus, and then we followed up with Marguerite. Yeah, this was a similar draft.
Are you ready?
But much better control.
Hard control. Yeah, this was the match that we saw. Pupus just got completely wrecked by the amount of debuffs coming his way.
Yeah, overloading the Ed, extreme domination from Marguerite. Senya putting in so much work, unlike the last game.
And almost from an Edward. But not quite again.
Yeah, not quite though. Edward always just falling short, never quite gets there.
We might be seeing Edward in the upcoming patch notes later on.
I don't think so. Maybe when they rerun him. Debuffs are just so powerful as we saw from these matches. A lot of these matches were completely settled just by the amount of debuffs landing from one team to the other, and that's why you have to be so prepared.
That's why Edward keeps coming out despite his poor performance. Because you need a unit that can somehow handle a lot of these debuffs, and there's not really too many options. All things
Yeah,
considered.
that's why Mediator Quirk has become just the most important unit to have on your team all the time. Against some of these aggressive units like Mo Lilius, it's just like, what else can you draft to really survive these debuffs?
That Lionheart match was so fast, and here we go. Final game of this set.
Yes, that speedy covering, and when
As soon as this flan S3 went off G-Clef,
that's right.
Probably over before this.
A lot of burns, a lot of
Nailing
bombs.
the call.
I think it was over from pretty early on, to be honest. The Ryan was on the wall.
These guys off their leashes.
Yeah, since that resistance, it was a tough deal for Marguerite to come up with. But still, this is the winners, which means that even if you lose, you have another chance. But the opponent is going to be very strong. It's going to be Winter Wish. By the way, Infinite Horizon Arcade is allowed, technically, since we're talking so many debuffs. We had that amazing moment with, what was it, Stealth and Attack Up from the 10 random buffs that you can
like
get.
Greater Attack and all this crazy stuff coming out. Yeah,
From
that
retry
was insane.
stage. That was one of the best matches of the night.
But you do have to take that risk of random buffs, debuffs turning into random buffs. So maybe we'll get
They're
this
all
year,
really
maybe
good
not.
buffs, though, to be fair.
Yeah, except for the crit buff.
Okay, well, that's always a crap buff, but whatever.
Oh man, did you now Marguerite going down, Pupish is going to be standing on top, starting with a 1-0 score in the grand finals, but Marguerite, I think, was saying, okay, maybe it's not my day right here for this match, but I still have another life. Ooh, and maybe I can have a better chance against Winter Wish. So I think that's why he did just say GG in the final game there.
Yeah, in all honesty, I think a lot of us were predicting Pupis was favored to take it there. But Marguerite, as he showed, right, he did put a game on the board. So he's still in it, not out, as G-Clef said. But he's really going to have to, you know, who's waiting in the loser's bracket? It's the Terminator, Mr. Winter Wish.
Yeah. I mean, we are the global cast right here, and we're one step closer towards a full global finals, right? Which
But
is
Jenna,
crazy,
as
actually.
professional casters, we are completely unbiased, and we're rooting for any region.
We just
But
had
if
to have two
global
global
wins-
players.
Look, I don't even care about the region. I care about the skins that the players want. That precedes any sort of nationality, anything.
Okay.
That's the most important
skins
thing.
do matter a lot. But before we go into that lower bracket finals, we'll take a short break. When we come back, that best of 5.
Like the starlights over the murkiness of the oceans, stirring depths of the purest soul, to rancor like the dreams drawn into the stars, along with the words we have made over our hands. I have been looking forward to this whole new world. We are the dreamers, tossing down the shore. We are the conquerors, facing the northern sun, and the winds that pick up, flying with the ocean wind. Till I get to the time, I'm not backing up. Nothing can stop me. Melody coming from afar, far away. All my fears are turning into the dreams. Dearly, we've made a promise over our hands toward the dreams. The past, the future has changed. We are the dreamers, tossing down the shore. We are the conquerors, facing the time for me to make my move. I'm not backing up, no stopping by me. My savage
Welcome back everyone from the break as we go into the lower bracket final. This time, what you have just seen, it's actually right next to me. Real size championship ring along with the trophy. It'll all go to that champion. One single player as we now go slightly lower from the winner's bracket into match between Marguerite, who just played and lost a 3-1, and now Winter Wish will be kind of starting fresh from the bottom, looking to go into that championship spot. This matchup, gentlemen, who's going to come up on top? We'll see.
Well, Marguerite is a little warmed up now, right? Sometimes it can be beneficial playing more games just because then you really have your head in the game, and Winter Wish is starting off fresh, but I think I'm going to give it to Winter Wish. I do think Marguerite is pretty strong and it could go either way, but I think Winter Wish has been looking pretty crazy recently.
It could be the opposite as well, though, Jenna, right? Yes, more games is good, but you just got knocked into the loser's bracket. And I think everyone who watched Winter Wish last week did not want to be there and fight him. That being said, I think I'm also going to say Winter Wish.
Winter Wish, 2 votes, and add 1 for me too. As certainly not just being biased, because Winter Wish, that performance from last week, it's still right here in my brain. And Marguerite didn't look as powerful as a few weeks ago against Pupus, and also Winter Wish should have watched that first match and maybe was enough of a match to find another weakness from Marguerite to fight against him. So extra information there.
Yeah,
of course, extra information was there for Winter Wish because the winners did not have to play last week, so it's all evened out. But it's a lot more recent, just 10 minutes ago. So we'll see who comes out on top from the losers final. This will be the matchup. Marguerite on the left.
All right,
from Japan server, Winter Wish. Global Silver representative, round 1, best of 5.
So something really important here, I'd say, is that we saw Winter Wish completely crush anyone who picked Emma Landy, and when he picked Emma Landy, he crushed pretty much everyone. So I wonder if they're going to be pre-banned here by someone like Marguerite, because Winter Wish seems to be in the zone when they're available.
I think that's the thing. Anytime Conqueror, Lilius, Lionheart, Landy is involved and he's able to use that Bellona, that lone person Bellona, he looks unbeatable.
You see right here, Marguerite. Liking that Emma Lilius. I would say pretty much everyone in the competition's been really liking that character. And now his record has gone down a little bit, no longer at 100% win rate, which was pretty incredible.
Just a little bit, still holding around that 80% mark, which is about the same for Winter Wish. And round win score also very high, but a whole lot more use on ROL, ML, Kaveric, and also that ML Bellona for Winter Wish.
9 out of 21. As
when
you
you
can
give
see,
her the support, you give her the premier knight like Orwell, he's shown if you don't kill her outright, she lives at 1 health, she's coming back and taking over the entire game.
Yeah, now these records have changed a little bit from Marguerite. They looked a little crazier before, still very strong, of course.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? Still great, but compared to before, ooh.
And look at that head-to-head. Very, very similar win rates right there.
I'm actually
against each other on the
surprised,
ladder.
though. Marguerite with the edge there. Okay, maybe we didn't put enough, stock into Marguerite here. I think we all voted Winter Wish. It's going to be a great match nonetheless, though.
Yeah, Winter Wish slightly higher in total games played, so I think that's also giving him some more percentage numbers on the right side. But we'll see. As you pointed out, Jenna, I think, do we have that ML Landy or not? I think will be the first big key. If she is released and allowed, I think we'll see a total different type of draft compared to
I think that'll be on Marguerite,
match.
right?
Yeah.
Because if you're in the other position from Winter Wish, you leave that up. You're so good against it and using it.
I think what's so funny is that you have to ban the ML Landy even if you're comfortable using it, just because you don't want Winter Wish to be able to pick Bellona constantly. You don't even want to use it or fight it.
Well, let's see what happens here. The Winter Wish factor, does it come through?
We'll see what the pre-bans. Marguerite on the left, Winter Wish on the right. Lower bracket finals, ladies and gentlemen. Best of 5. Will we see that Landy Lua on pre-ban? Woo! Landy is released.
So either Marguerite didn't do his homework or he has a game plan set.
Winter Wish skipping that
Winter Wish
ML
going for
Landy.
that ML Lilius. I would actually say that's a very smart play because he's very comfortable fighting against it.
Oh,
and ML Lilius
Marguerite.
gives such an edge.
Right into the trap, or is it not a trap? That's something that we'll have to see.
Winter Wish definitely comfortable in this position. He's been here many times before.
There she
Look,
is.
Already hovering.
Oh,
There
already
she
fixed
is.
her. Are we gonna see that arrow well? Are we gonna see the immediate air wall, or no? We
It's
see
been
the summon.
pivotal in protecting,
Oh,
opting for the
Destina.
opting for Destina instead.
As you can see, really defensive team right here. He has the first turn advantage with this Emo Lilius, but then he's just totally fine slowing it down, bulking up, just responding to what Marguerite's going
He
for.
plays so patiently with this lone person Bologna. I don't think he's too worried.
An ambitious tie with lock the keep down.
Ambitious Taiwan, actually a pretty good pick here. It might force Winterwish not to go someone like Airwolf. Maybe he instead has to go for somebody like Last Rider Crow to try and protect the team with the immunity.
My turn now.
And Lionheart.
Lionheart Sirmia.
Yeah, very good win record here. So strong in this tournament.
Yeah, easy activation against C. Lilius. And what else for Winterwish?
All right, let's
Rider
have
Crow.
Yep, goes to the Last Rider Crow. You need something to fight against this Ambitious Taiwan. Since he doesn't have the Emo Poeric, he can't just safely deal with
That's
it.
right, guys. As Jen was
with an
pointing
arrow
out, the
wall, right?
ROL would be better mitigation, but we need that immunity up to kind of protect from the potential Ambitious Taiwan. If he gets his skill 3 off, it could be lights out.
The arrow was kind of part of his big game plan, though, and we see the Solitaric coming out at the end. Most likely going to get taken out, and the Leafy possibly able to take everything out on Marguerite's side. She does just kind of ignore the defenses.
Yeah, will we just
completely.
see respect last pick ban on both sides?
We'll see.
Look at the
Destina
diva. Oh,
ban.
wow, we are leaving up
instead.
Leafy.
And Solly gone.
So the important thing here is Ambitious Taiwan is really scary, being able to stun everybody, and the Meteor Quirk can strip the buffs off of at least one person, so he might be able to control and lock down one of the characters, but there are 2 threats coming out of Winterwish's side here.
Here it is. First game
I'll take your life.
between Marguerite and Winterwish.
This is a pretty fast, Ambitious Taiwan, slightly outspeeding this Last Rider Crow, so they probably have to push it back.
That's a
wait,
lot
somebody
of
resists.
resist.
What's going on?
Maybe.
Oh, it does land
Yeah,
it right
could
there.
be just some 50% going on here.
Very important that they actually got that. They did not want him going first. So Meteor Quirk really thinking, do I go
Debating.
for that skill 3?
That's what I think
Do
about
just
Meteor
skill
Quirk.
2?
Always has so many tools in his toolkit here. Gonna opt for the skill 3, get that attack up immediately for the team.
You're giving me a headache.
Ripping that Nature's Restore early.
All right, so we're
30,000
choosing,
health.
we're choosing Lionheart as our target with 30,000 health. Even with some mitigation here, Frostbite or not, he could just take out this Lionheart.
Yeah, he's going for that Lionheart first because he knows the amount of damage he's going to be putting out is insane, and he's confident in his
Counter
Bologna
attack.
being able to take out the landing.
All right, no salvo yet, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's keep that on
I think
count.
they need a salvo here. You saw how much damage she took right there, and this Bologna is going to hit so hard, and he does get the salvo.
Get it.
First.
If you're scared, run.
First salvo fire.
Yep, Crow on a 3-turn clock now for his bike, his skill 3.
Allow me to
I
purify.
feel as though he has to, skill 2 that Bologna. Does land it. She gets the back counterattack, but it's not
But that
gonna do
attack
much
rate is
damage.
huge, right? Look how healthy these barriers still are. We proc the Lionheart.
Oh,
This could be very scary here for Winterwish.
This is going to do a lot of damage. Defense buff, attack buff, probably Golden Rose.
And your Stormia with the run.
Not Golden Rose, the damage wasn't quite as high.
Yeah, healed all
Look at
back
that
up.
Last Rider Crow health.
Full health.
I think it's a Proof of Valor Lionheart.
Yeah, with 15k health, that's typically in a more tankier setup. What does he have to skill 1 here, though? Soulburn comes out.
Doesn't
No
quite
kill.
take him out, but it's so close.
Yeah,
Now
and-
Bologna's able to re-up that immunity right here if she does go for the skill 1.
Which I think should be the play. Oh no, ripping the skill 3.
Going for as much
Straight in.
damage as possible on the
Yeah, he's-
Lionheart.
I'll destroy.
So the Lionheart is not on Proof of Valor. She's not on Golden Rose. Is she on like a Sigurd? Or not Sigurd's, a Draco Plate?
defeat me.
Potentially, yes. Here we go. Here we go, though. Mitch Taiwan skill 3 knocks out the Crow. Look at that. Stun and defense
Just landed
break.
stun and defense break. That's really big. This Bologna's in a lot of trouble.
I'll handle it.
Here we go.
And Elvis comes out of this landing. Wait a second. How much damage is she going to do?
Dominate the unknown. You lack
No salvo.
No salvo.
But that
Okay.
defense broken Bologna is just sitting right there, though.
Oh,
Yeah,
12k.
Now hold on. Now there is a skill 3. Leafy here should be comfortably able to take out
Huh?
this Lionheart.
Learn your place.
She will get the Lionheart. That restrict is also pretty helpful on the Landy, but he's
Yeah,
running out of time.
This Landy is fully stacked, and that
Close to me.
damage is gonna hurt.
We stack. Call of the Abyss from Leafy.
Get a
for
little heal
extinction.
on top of it. Yeah, 2v3 situation now. One Omen stack apiece.
I'll take your life.
Right now, Conquer Lace somehow has to lap around and control this landing. I don't really think it's that possible.
Maybe if he gets 0 Elbrus counters. I mean, we do have the restrict though, right? So actually, she can't get any CR.
Look at the turn bar and the provoke right there is really
well,
big.
yeah. Now
And
you
actually
have your Omen
cleanses the
stacks on an
restrict.
ambitious Tywin, which we definitely do not want. We want those on the landing.
There's no mitigation on Winter Wish's side, and a fully stacked Navy Captain landing.
Needs to
It
pray
normally
for no
is game
stuns and also not to die.
Here's the
I
warship.
don't know about that.
Is
This
this
could be a lot
enough?
of damage.
Not
Does
quite.
resist and survives.
Yeah, but with the provoke there,
Ambitious
Leafy is
Tywin.
still at least 2 turns off, right, from killing this Landy, barring she doesn't get enough souls.
75% chance and doesn't actually get the provoke there. It isn't a 100% chance to provoke.
Okay, so we get one more stack, no counter. With the speed up, is there a potential play here?
You cannot change what is already decided.
Goes to the skill 2 and does so much damage, just takes her out. This is a DPS mediator Koeric.
Maybe on a no salvo? She's so low though.
Oh,
It's
she can
over,
burn
it's
it.
over.
Oh, it's
No.
over.
Yeah, with the Sovereign, take it out.
And that is it. Game 1 going to Marguerite. Not enough power left in Winter Wish there. Yes, that is the first
Is that
game.
the first loss for Winter Wish against someone like this Emma Landy?
I think it could be.
He doesn't really respect the character, and this time it didn't really pay off. Marguerite was really able to just capitalize on it and just completely took him out. I think that the ambitious Tywin pick was really big there, forcing the last strider
Yes.
crowd pick rather than an arrow
That
one.
threw him for a loop. The Lone Crescent Bologna, which was the corner, right? That's the big piece for Winter Wish to show how strong he's against this kind of setup. She died there. The defense break, the less mitigation. She was almost a non-factor in this matchup, where in previous games, she was the entire matchup.
I'll definitely say I'm not so sure about using the skill 3 on the Bologna, because then she just got stunned and defense broken, immediately taken out.
Could have been maybe an overconfident play there, maybe just a misplay, but yeah, he saw the ambitious Tywin coming up next. Could have got that immunity up with a skill 1.
We'll see if that continues.
Yeah, she
as
just got
Bellona
completely crushed.
Yeah, Bellona didn't really do too much work in that first game, as I'm pretty sure Bellona has near 100% win rate from Winter Wish. So, and that Navy Landy is still open. Maybe it's time to grab it.
Now, I don't know if we've seen Winter Wish have to play from behind her. Usually he's the one that's in the leading position. Can he rally? Will this shake him?
Something that you can definitely see right here is just how different the matches are when Emma Landy is not banned. Suddenly, the games are really revolving around this character rather than when Marguerite versus Pupus was before. It was just totally different matches.
Yeah, you see a lot more aggressive options where now you'll see things like Lethe pop out, Lionheart, of course, Lone Crescent
I'll
Bologna.
make you taste
Again,
despair.
goes through that Landy.
Well, this time he banned a couple of characters. There's no Destina available. We're going to maybe see just the run back coming out of Marguerite's side. He's like, well, it worked last time. May as well just do it again.
Yeah, and usually what you see here, guys, even despite the pre-ban, you'll see similar units be picked, especially when Captain Landy's on the field. We do see an Ocean Breeze Luluca, though.
Instead of the Destina here. Now, I don't know if they go Bologna. Yep, they decide to slow down.
Now, this
right
is
here,
the
go with
difference.
Airwell.
We have the ROL instead of the Last Rider crowd.
So something important is that the next 2 picks out of Winter Wish's side have to be 2 DPS. There's no choice about it. Oh, we're gonna see a pause right here.
Okay.
Just for
Something
a
happening
second.
with Flare
Pick a fight with me.
Oh, and immediate pick actually from Surmia and Tywin. As we.
Oh, there seems to be something going on.
Yeah, I think those picks were those picks did come through. I'll let you guys know with the pause what exactly is the deal at the moment. But for a second, it'll come back to us until we actually have that unpause. So far, it does seem like that Tywin was grabbed again from Marguerite's side. Will that be extra trouble when now Arowell was indeed picked up early?
Yeah, it could
No,
be.
Last
He
Rider
won't
crowd
have
is
that
done.
early immunity. As you saw, the Last Rider crowd was able to set up a 2-turn immunity there. And the only thing that Tywin was able to stun right after the strip from Mediator Quirk was that Bologna.
Yeah, I think it's really important. You have to have a source of immunity, and there's just no immunity at all. That's the power of Mediator Quirk. That's why he's just so good. Everybody wants to get that character all the time. He's one of the most picked for a reason, right?
Yeah, I wonder what maybe Winter Wish is going to plan to ban Tywin, or he's going to have another pick here. He does have kind of a flexible draft. I expect to see the Lone Crescent Bologna again, but I guess we'll see soon.
Yeah, actually, one of the highest win rates still that ML Kawari 67 wins, 39 losses, which puts him, actually that's like a 2-1 win rate with 63% win rate, which is insanely high compared to the rest. The only other thing that you can really contest at that level, it's that troublemaker Lua, but except for her.
I will shape my own future.
Remnant Violet coming out.
All right, this is a huge shift here.
The god himself, Remnant Violet. He is really strong into basically all of Marguerite's team as long as he dodges. And
That's the big
scary
answer,
part
but
about
yes,
this character.
so strong, very, very strong into Lionheart. One of the best counters to her. If he dodges the debuffs or the hit just from Tywin, he doesn't have to worry about it. Unlike Lone Crescent Bologna, I like this pick from Winter Wish.
Oh, what's the second character? What's someone that's actually safe here that
He needs
doesn't
another
really have
like
to worry?
carry though, right? It has to be unit in case the Remnant Violet is banned. He needs another DPS that can be a solo carry. Could it just be Lone Crescent Bologna again?
Another
He's
dark
down to the
unit?
wire. He doesn't want to pick it.
I'm
Big
not
dark
sure that
unit?
she's really all that safe though.
Oh, I don't think.
The weak have no place in this
Kawazu.
Going for Emo Kawazu. Now he does have a cleanse when an AoE comes out, and he might just be able to instantly one-shot fourth of Marguerite's team. But is he going to be able to be defended and actually wrap around for a second?
That's right. He'll be able to knock out one unit, but I was mentioning with needing a hyper carry, I don't know if he has enough gas to really take the whole match himself.
It's possible though. Look at Winter Wish's side. It's so defensive, so
Well,
tanky.
he would have to ban the APOC Robbie if he expects his Squadron to get through,
There it
because
is.
he cannot kill that in time at least.
You don't want to deal with the Remnant Violet. You don't want to fight him and just hope that at some point you're going to hit him. He's too scary.
Hey, Robbie, Remnant Violet ban into upcoming games. Now here is Winter
Robbie's
Wish.
gonna put in so much work here, G-Club. He's our only source of DPS, and while he is very strong,
that's right.
It's gonna take him a minute to reset that skill 3.
He also does get the free Vigor buff here, so no matter what, he completely ignores the opponent's resist.
I'll be right with you.
Do you think this is enough for Winter Wish to break through?
I said over here.
Assuming this is a Tachi build.
Okay.
Dual attack.
Oh,
That's okay though.
is
Hold
that
on.
a good thing or a bad thing?
This is really bad. The Mediator Kawerik actually pushing up, able to land the attack down.
Yeah, that is so bad for
This
Winter
is
Wish.
really bad for Winter Wish, but he is able to stun this Lionheart Stormy as well, so both sides controlling the opponent's DPS at the same time. Oh, the resistance is really big right there.
Oh no, Winter Wish has got to be feeling it here. He also wins the tech break. No Tachi. Definitely will not kill with that skill 3 here. Opting to just skill 1. Wait for a better opportunity.
Just goes for the skill 3, trying to control them, but
oh, few stuns and the cleanse.
My turn now.
It's a cleanse and push up. Lionheart Stormy is going to go for this big skill 3, but she doesn't have defense buff, so it's probably not going to really hit that hard.
Yeah, especially we've already seen this is a tankier Lionheart, not as much damage.
Are you sure you can
Even with that
handle
D-break,
this?
look, not too bad.
Yeah, the Vigor really helped him a little bit with mitigating some of that damage, and the Guardian
Man,
Ice Crystals.
topping her off higher than she was before.
They're just trying to focus this Arrow down. They really want to get rid of
Salvo,
the
though,
mitigation.
that would have been nice on the side of Marguerite.
Oh yes, there is that defense break on Arrowell. 25k Kawerik. Marguerite, who do you go for? Or do you just pop it?
In this distorted world.
I will write skill 3 here.
This Kawazu's wrapping around, though.
Yeah, but I mean, he's wrapping around without having doing anything yet, so he could potentially knock out a target here.
Only a strong
Something really important there is he couldn't go for the skill 3 to cleanse. It could be on the Hua Young artifact as well.
Oh, that's right, the Gators.
Yeah, the Gators. For an extra burn.
Burn. Nah.
Oh, doesn't do enough damage. Opts to the Landy instead of the Lionheart
But
here.
that's a lot of damage, though.
It is a lot of damage, but Winter Wish is going to spend more resources to take out that Landy. And he might not be able to by the time he's able to get some salvo healing.
Keep in mind, the Kawazu is actually getting buffed in the next balance patch to increase the damage of his burn detonation. Post-buff, that probably would have taken out that landing.
Marguerite has souls, can get some health here. If this thing recovers, Winter Wish is going to be in an even tougher spot.
The Salvo Fire to recover some HP.
So much free healing.
And I think I've seen Elbrus just now.
Hey you, watch out! I tried to warn them.
Hit him with the truck.
This just activates them.
Exhausted already? I'm just
Lionheart
getting
Surmia, primed and ready. No defensive options on Winter Wish's side. No skill 3 on the Kawazu.
Yeah, now Kawazu is on a 2-turn cooldown on his skill 3. Not bad damage though.
Another
But we get
counter.
I'm a little
Oh,
dizzy.
twice to the burns, actually.
Yeah, he gets a pop here. His skill 2 is active though, so it will proc if Lionheart
There's
does
no
indeed
need to
attack.
thank me.
Yeah, and they have the ice cream buff to heal them up with defense. Doesn't get
That's right.
stripped by this Mediator Coeric skill 2 though. This is actually really big. He needs the defenses right here.
Yeah,
to
no,
survive
he's gonna go
Lionheart.
for a strip onto the Kawazu. This is the threat.
Are you
It
sure
does
you
land
can
it.
handle this?
This
And
is a
now she
tanky
has defense
Kawazu.
buff. This is gonna be way more damage than the previous round.
This isn't a full damage Surmia, but
With no
It's
mitigation
gonna
though, and a Soulburn follow-up.
he's just taking out.
come on,
No
just
skill
go.
2.
No other source of damage.
Mama.
And that's
And it's
another
over.
GG. Marguerite
God,
leading
oh
2-0
my
now.
God.
About to go back up. But Winter Wish
After Winter Wish's performance last week, G-Clef, could anyone imagine he'd be down 2-0?
against the Landies.
Marguerite just he's
Against the
completely
Landy, that's
crushing him.
right. A draft that he was so confident in.
That's right. It's just not
This
working against
Marguerite.
Marguerite.
Well, I think that the big problem is that the way that Winter Wish drafted is he had to pick 2 DPS at the end, but there wasn't a second character other than Remnant Violet that was actually safe into Marguerite's team. His team just had too many options. You would get debuffed, you would just get killed by the Lionheart or the Landy. Like, who can fight all of those characters at
And
the
it'd
same
be
time?
hyper carry enough, because as you saw with Kawazu, right, just not enough damage. He can't even knock out the Landy one hit, and then he still has to wait to cycle all the way back to the skill 3. I don't know if Lone Crescent Bologna was it. He was in a tough spot, and Marguerite is making all the right plays.
Oh man, 2-0
Yeah,
now with a score.
I don't think there was any option.
Oh, literally no other DPS, no other Dark units, no Dark Corvus, nothing else. Oh man, looking like a dire situation for
All
Winter
global
Wish.
final dream might be dead, G-Clef. Can he rally? Can Winter Wish come back?
But
Well,
the thing is even
yes,
if
Jenna.
Marguerite wins this, is he able to actually take out Pupus to just send him to the lower bracket?
Well, we don't think that far ahead, Jenna. Marguerite right now needs to look at the threat ahead of him. Don't discount Winter Wish just yet. He can come back.
No,
He's
that
so
definitely.
strong.
Winter Wish, I mean, he leveled up from the very beginning. At the first matches, he got knocked into the lower bracket, but then he had just so many victories in a row.
That's right.
So can he
Don't
make
count
it
him out.
happen again? Can he come back?
Man,
Well-
you gotta imagine though, right? I bet he was so comfortable in this draft, G-Clef. We kept talking about how strong he was in the Landy, and it's not working out.
But Winter Wish can also grab his own Landy, which he did not for the last
Maybe that's
two.
the play. Shake things up.
Still not choosing to. Okay, Winter Wish.
Okay. Yeah,
Has a
still the
different
Mediator
plan.
Coeric here, who's been so strong. A toolkit, the strips, the S3, best cleanse in the game.
He
There
really
she
wants
is.
to secure that. This time he's saying there's
I'll
no
take
way
your
I'm letting you
life.
pick him.
Let's
This
see
is
Lilius
Tywin
now.
for the 3rd time.
My turn now.
He's picking the Lionheart this time. He's saying, okay, you know what? You get to take the characters that are going to counterattack, that are going to dual attack. I'll take the Lionheart. I'm tired of playing your game. I'm going to steal your units.
That's right. This game 3 already looking way different. Winter Wish is shaking things up now.
By a big margin.
I feel as though he might
No
be
shot.
a tank right
Okay.
here. Oh.
No shot, Astro Elena.
Decides to opt for that Summer Luluka. He's got tons of cleanse on his team. Just a lot of defensive options. And not showing too much of his hand. Lionheart is one of those characters that you can actually pick her relatively early despite being a DPS because she's just fairly safe when the opponent has his counter and dual
Yeah,
attacks.
she's so good. You really just slap that in, right? As soon as he's Silius or that Landy pick, very, very good. But what does Marguerite opt for here in the 4th pick position?
Marguerite is opting for high aggression with the Last Rider Crow rather than going for anything defensive like Winter Wish. what
There's
he
that Auden
placed
pick,
off.
very safe. Strong DPS, especially in a Lionheart,
You
into
love
Mediator Coeric.
Meaningless death.
So I think the Yoha pick here is amazing because Marguerite's side doesn't have enough aggression to really take it out. Now, some people will go the Lionheart plus the Last Rider Crow combo, but that's not really going to work here because he stole the Lionheart Surmia. So Marguerite might have not enough to push through and take out Yoha before she gets to skill 3.
That's the big thing, right? You want to bring her into units that have
fighting
AoE,
time.
but not enough to kill her. And I think she's going to pop off big time. Karina
see
last
the
pick here on the
Karina.
side of Winter Wish.
Karina.
Really tanky side. Winter Wish's side so defensive. You go for anyone in this Karina procs, and the power of Karina is you essentially have to focus her first or she activates.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
so
think it's a great pickup there.
Shaboon to push back those turns on the cool.
I almost think
Shaboon
Winter Wish just
actually-
bans last here. And then
Yeah,
what about for
Sharon
the side
a
of
pretty
Marguerite?
scary unit because she is able to control Mediator Coeric, who's normally uncontrollable, and able
Yeah.
to just constantly
She
put
just has so
injure
much
on characters like
support.
Yoha.
Yeah, Indrion Yuha as well. I think that's an easy ban pick there for Winter Wish. Oh, last
Yep, the
pick
shirt
stands on
Karina.
both sides. All right.
Yeah, they both respect each other's players' picks. They're just both really strong into the other team. And, well, let's see how this goes. Solo Lionheart versus 2 DPS, but we can't count out the Yoha.
Obey.
It is
if you
2-0
wish to
Marguerite
live.
on a match point going into that grand finals. Winter Wish is a huge
Not
reverse
fear
sweep.
death. Seizing victory is seizing the
All right, his
future.
tournament life is on the line, ladies and gentlemen.
For
Only
honor,
taste despair.
2D breaks. Mid attack break and Vigor's up.
So the thing here is, there's a lot of guns on Winter Wish's side, so he doesn't really care about any of these debuffs, and he's going to be able to just put so many debuffs on Marguerite's side, especially if the Zuluka has effectiveness.
This is insane. Why am I so busy?
Zuluka
Yeah, her adding even a
special.
little bit of
There's
effectiveness
never
is so
enough
huge.
time.
Let's see what it lands. Does land the blind and silence on, I mean, the units that really matter. Obviously, you're not really going to hit the Aiden, but being able to prevent Last Rider Crow and Landy from really doing much damage.
Yeah, and we're
to the board.
stacking even more here, a blind and an attack break with no cleanse for our Landy.
The thing is, all that matters is that Lionheart's Sermi is able to just hang out and wait a little while because she's going to continually be activated by Marguerite's side.
Opposite just skill 1 there into that
38
Lionheart.
damage.
Managed to get the barrier down. But yeah, not much damage beyond that.
If you look at the turn order too, I think that this Emma Lilius might be lapping the Lionheart Sermia. It might be really close though.
Yeah, it could definitely happen here. And if it does, that'd be huge for Winter Wish.
To demonstrate.
No provoke coming out. Is this actually an effect resist Emma Lilius or is that just lost?
What if that-
There's the miss.
Oh, first salvo.
Get the salvo.
Guiding light. Illuminate
That's
the
actually
unknown.
really big that she
To the
salvos
right,
because
I'll
this
take
means
you all
Lionheart
down.
Sermi gets activated here and she's going to get activated again
Perfect.
as soon as
This
the
is
Zembalilius takes a turn.
Here we
for
go.
Sermia.
Winter Wish 14k. Also a healthy Insermia. Maybe not the most damage.
Golden Rose.
Golden Rose. It's pretty hard.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all.
Counter attack.
Ooh, some
His
powders
blind
coming
coming in
out.
huge though.
And salvo.
Well, triple hit.
Sure you can
a
handle
lot more
this?
stacks on that Landy now.
She did take a lot of damage from all that actually.
Be
And she's
my
not able to
sword.
heal. Golden Rose only heals when you're at 50% health or below,
The
so she's
time has
a right here.
Oh, pulls the right unit.
Wait a second
Another
though.
salvo.
Andy.
Mighty power.
Okay. And we continue.
It is my
Time to rip.
All right.
to restore
That
my
hand guy doing hand guy things. It's a
Nature
big combat range
restoration.
push here.
Whole lot of buffs.
After this,
Landy.
Landy's gonna be locked and loaded.
Yeah. What's really important is that this Aiden is wrapping around, and if she's actually able to get the amount of damage needed with her skill 3, and they do hit, ignoring the blind, no salvo hit, but
But got
a
the
lot
big
of
hit on
damage.
the first hit, yeah.
There's a lot of damage coming
Look
this
at,
way.
she's under 50% health.
All right, let's have some fun.
Last Rider Kraus skill 3 straight into
All
the Aiden
systems
skill
online.
3. This might be way too much damage for this Lionheart Server to
Let's
handle.
go, Siegfried.
Here is that Mike Nickrin.
How
Oh,
ridiculous.
it's stacking
Sensing
after the ice cream.
Oh,
You can
but
push
she
up
pushes
Yuha, though,
up!
here with the
The
mediator
Mediator
Cower.
Cower can push them up!
Yeah, and then maybe this
It's going to be
should
enough
kill.
damage?
I think you can kill. That's a fat barrier, though. Who do we go for? The Auden.
Has to go for that Aiden.
Okay, let's
Does
see. this-
another Elbrus coming out?
My God.
And the salvo!
Another salvo!
That's
Eating them up.
well.
Going to end you.
It wasn't
So
more damage for
much
you out here
damage.
though, because it was covered by the barrier. He
this
has to let
enough?
this rip though.
Oh, Yuha.
I don't think there's another play.
21,000 health
I
missing.
have no use.
It's gonna be enough
I
on
think
a
Marguerite's
miss
Auden
against
was like
Aiden.
12k health though.
Penetrate.
Pretty
That's
healthy.
really healthy.
Symphony.
It does miss, and it does another, but another counterattack!
And another salvo on top.
Another salvo!
This is Landy.
happening?
This Landy. The ship coming incoming.
Victory is
It's
ours.
impossible to survive, it's way too much damage!
There's
Mobilize the
anchor, here's the
warship.
ship.
And the entire team
The
gone.
full
Marguerite goes back
So,
on top.
I
That
live
is
another day.
GG. Winter Wish not grabbing a single game in the lower bracket final.
I
Man.
can't believe that, G-Clef. Even someone like Winter Wish,
Wow.
who looked like he had the Landy answer, he had the formula to beat all Landys. If she just high rolls, this is what happens.
Oh man,
Oh,
that
man.
Landy was constantly countering salvo,
was
which
way
normally
too
you
many.
want. But
And this
that
was the
too
Landy
many.
guys that had an attack break, a silence, a blind. She was full debuffed
Oh.
and still came through at the end. Elbrus every single time. Salvo every single time.
Oh man.
Normally, Winterwish really wanted to fight into that Landy, but as we saw right
I
here,
know.
he just was not able to handle Marguerite's game.
Yeah. Even Marguerite's mom was asking him, "Son, did you win?"
Yeah.
Mom, I
What are all
want.
those noises? Are you
I got
winning?
one out of the way. Needs to win one more for that big $50,000.
Obey.
Oh, we'll see. As Marguerite, that was a solid victory, but mainly because Winterwish was willing to let that Landy go through.
I'll do anything.
Well,
And you
feel
can't
like that
blame him,
Mono
right?
team
He
is
was
so
playing
good.
well. It's just I think Marguerite had the few answers to really just shake things up and make Winterwish think.
I think
Starting
that
with the
Marguerite's-
tie win. Go ahead,
Yeah,
go ahead, Jeff.
Marguerite's 2 drafts I think were actually really good. I think the third though, I feel as though Winterwish actually kind of had the stronger draft, but the Landy just went crazy.
Yeah, I think the third game really highlights the power of Landy. I think his draft was great. The debuffs were so strong there. It's just when she hits every Elbrus, you can't do much.
When she high rolls,
Yeah.
oh man, she is just unbreakable sometimes.
Come on, I'll take you.
Yeah, that
Wait, you have to ever
Kawazu.
count them out.
Yeah, that Kawazu will be getting the buff later this month.
If he had the buff, that Landy would have died 100%.
Bon voyage.
Yeah,
Bon
set
voyage,
sail.
guys.
Set sail and the Landy delivers.
Deal with
Such a powerful unit.
Way too much damage coming out of Marguerite's side here.
So many salvos. Counterattack Elbrus.
bon voyage.
How many salvo in a row was that? I think like 5 out of 6
Oh, God.
salvos.
An infinite amount. Look, another one. You do
Oh,
anything.
yes.
You touch any of my friends here at all. You even look at them, and I'm gonna salvo.
And then he gets the pivotal Elbrus as well on the Yulha kill on the Auden.
Just perfect way to finish the game. Marguerite, perfect run in the lower bracket. Now we have a rematch of Poopus versus Marguerite with a 1-0 score. So what you see on the screen is not wrong. That's the advantage from winning that winners finals, not losing a single match. But and
now,
also it'll
gentlemen,
be a best of 7. So that's what
Yeah,
you get.
now it's a best of 7 G Clef. And Poopist has a 1-0 advantage. He's already beaten Marguerite. Marguerite's really gonna have to come up with something unique here to change it up, just like he did with Winterwish. And despite that 1-0 advantage, take it home.
You gotta keep in mind, it's a fresh start here, though, right? Now he's having a fresh set against Poopist here. Now he does start with 1 game up over Marguerite because he was in the winner's bracket there.
Yeah, that'll be the advantage that you get from winning that winners. And as you can see from the screen, a whole lot of FX7 fans enjoying the grand finals offline here. Let's see if Poopus can win again, or will it be different this time as Marguerite got that booster from a 3-0. I'm pretty sure that will boost you up big time with that type of a score.
Last thing on Winterwish G Clef, everybody voted for him. The commentator said, right?
That's right.
Winterwish was the favorite to win. I think it was like a 70 to 80% vote.
Yeah,
and
pretty
he's
crazy.
taking out guys in a 3-0 fashion. Anything can happen here in the WC.
Marguerite, the guy saying, "Oh, you know, I'm 8th place," is now in the grand finals against Poofus.
We were
so-
joking. Even when if he wins the whole thing, he's still gonna be humble and modest, right? Oh,
Yeah, he's gonna be like,
anybody
"Oh, I'm
could've
just an
won.
8th place player who won the World Cup or
I just
something."
got
if he
lucky.
wins."
Landy just salvoed.
Oh man, Marguerite, maybe I need to put that many calendars up on my wall to be better at my RTA. I mean, whatever that guy had in his room, I need to get a copy of that.
You get the
Those-
calendars, you get
Yeah,
the body pillow, you get the parent.
Also the parent asking, yeah, that will be pretty hard. But still, I would love to have some more calendars up on my wall. Maybe those are the lucky charms that you need. But before that grand finals best of 7, we will take another short break, guys. So this one, you better be ready, and you better prepare yourself for the best match of the tournament. We will be right back.
It's time for me to make my move.
2-month journey, lots of players, main stage, and finally we come down to this grand finals single match between the two players. Is it going to be Pupus from Global or is it Marguerite from Japan? We'll find that out real soon in this best of 7. Just one match awaits. It's been a long 2-month journey with everyone around the world. It all comes down to this, boys. What's it going to be? Of course, Pupus does have that advantage with a 1-0 score now. Will that change up a lot of things, Jenna?
Well, I do feel as though Pupus is kind of like the hero of the World Cup in a way. Like, everyone's been kind of memeing about his name or all these other things. I feel like he might have the advantage. He's sort of like the people's champion in a way.
Looks good so far, but Marguerite was able to have 3-0 win just now against Winter Wish. Car.
Very
yeah,
true.
can't count on Marguerite, but as Jenna was saying, Pupus, the people's champ, the Giga Chad, and I think this is his tournament to lose. He's already shown he can beat Marguerite, and now he has a 1-0 advantage. Unless he messes up royally or Marguerite just plays out of his mind, I think he's got this.
I might actually be totally wrong. I mean, we keep voting against Marguerite, but he keeps just completely showing us that we're completely wrong. He keeps proving us wrong over and over.
You never know what's going to happen because it's on a big stage. Marguerite did go down, but still climbing up with a 3-0 score. Very unexpected score against a very big fan favorite voted over the 70%.
In his preferred
prediction.
matchup, G-Clef, right?
Oh, that
we can't
too.
understate that. In a matchup that Winter Wish wanted.
And so after all that, so you have that boost, but can you defeat a very strong opponent, Pupus, with a 0-1 score already as the winner's advantage from the winner's finals? So that will be it. I want to see who are you rooting for from chat. I'm reading chat all the time, and there's Pupus from Global on the left, Marguerite from Japan
Let's
on
hear
the
it, chat.
right. Grand finals, and we start with round 2 with that advantage for Pupus.
And they got their own fans too, right? Pupus with the pup. The dogs showing their support, and Marguerite's mom checking in here and there, making sure he's sitting comfy, playing to his maximum potential.
Are you sitting up straight, son?
Are you winning, son? Do you need any snacks?
You winning,
Dude,
son?
Shout out to
you need more
Marguerite's mom,
calendars?
man.
We'll see. Marguerite. It has to be different this time, as you can select different pre-bans. Of course, it was between the matches, so you could have went back, and there's a chance that they can change artifact or gears through at least a few heroes.
G-Cliff, that could be the key point. Yeah, since Marguerite is in the position now that he has to make the adjustments since Pupus was so dominant.
That's right, you can
Maybe he did have some time. Yeah, change some gear up, some builds.
Yeah,
Pupus still at that 100% win rate. Pretty impressive. Marguerite, he's clawed his way back.
A most humble man tonight.
Yeah, but showing that he's really got what it takes, and he might actually be able to bring it back against Pupus. He may have learned, okay, I don't want to do these certain things. I know what my weaknesses are. I know what his strengths are. Maybe he just comes at it with a totally different approach.
I agree with how amazing his performance was against Winter Wish. You cannot count this man out.
I think we're going to see Pupus to actually pre-ban the MO Landy again. I think he's been the one banning every single time because Marguerite seemed pretty comfortable with Landy being on the field.
Yeah, and Pupus has a lot of room to breathe here. Just play normal how you did against the first set. See if Marguerite is making any adjustments, and he has time to make adjustments of his own. But I think stay with what was working on Pupus' side, and let Marguerite be the one that has to make changes.
Yeah, I believe the first 4 bans were Valiant, Navy Landy, Lua, and Angel of Light for that match from that match before. So let's see what the pre-bans are going to be. Here it is, the grand finals best of 7 between Pupus and Marguerite.
All right, what's it gonna be?
Here we go, guys. Show your support for who you want to win.
Good luck to both the players.
Still sticking with
4
that
different
Valiant.
bans.
Yes, G-Clef, you called it, right? And this is what we want. Pupus needs to play normally here. Maybe first pick that Spectre Tenebria, just like in game 1.
We're seeing the run back.
Don't fix what's not broke. Make Marguerite be the one that has to change it up.
Marguerite's got to be thinking, okay, I don't want to go with the same exact game plan as last time. He got completely run over. He's got to change it up.
That's right. But
Ghost
with what?
has conquered Lilius.
See Lilius. And
If you're scared,
Kaweric into Marguerite's hands now.
All right. 2 very powerful units.
So are we going to see something like the Peyra or possibly Zio coming out of Pupus' side to
Before
get
the
that turn
Peyra's ban,
advantage?
Jenna, she was so dominant.
are you
with
going
Pupus.
to provide some
And we
input?
do see it. There's the Zio.
And we're scrolling through Ice Thief.
And we see the Peyra. guaranteeing he gets that first turn, and I think we might see an Emo Rowana coming out of left side too. We see that Aiden, just because they are a relatively safe character against this draft that Poopist has, but
Not
Very
the best,
similar
but
so
yeah,
far.
definitely an okay pick there on the side of Marguerite.
Scrolling through.
now I think that there might be immunity on every single character on Marguerite's side, so he might be totally safe against a unit like Emo Rowana maybe.
He did show us that in game 1, right? He was prepared with the immunity. We did see a Mortelix on game 1. I don't think we'll see that again unless he's hoping
have
he doesn't lose
Celine.
that 50-50 debuff.
Yeah,
from
Queen
Heir.
Celine.
I don't think we're gonna see a Celine.
Or
I would be shocked if we saw
what
Celine
else
right here.
is Marguerite scrolling into? That's Senya.
Does go for the Senya.
Okay. Poopus, though, has room here to respond in kind.
Dragon Knight.
So it's not quite the same draft. No T-Cross at this time, for instance, but it is very familiar. He does have a lot of really hard to cleave characters such as Aiden and Senya, just so frustrating to deal with, so defensive.
Really?
Lupus
Yula
might
pick
change it
here.
up a little bit. After that,
Yeah,
Pera.
maybe we see him slow down a little bit.
He did
Does
favor that
want-
in his first set against Marguerite, and he does
Oh,
indeed
he does
do
go
so.
for the Yoha. Decides to slow down a bit. A really strong character at taking
But
out this
despite
Aiden, for
slowing down,
instance.
right, still has the potential one-hit threat of just killing off a unit of his choice.
Mhm.
A nice pick
But-
that I like from Poopus.
He does need a second carry here, though, right? He currently only has Suspected Neighbor, which is a great option, but he needs one more character that's able to take out the entire team.
Could it be
Yo,
this?
Jacko.
Honey, Haruhi.
And here's
Jacko
Jack.
locked
Oh!
in.
Jacko!
Will we see maybe like a Karina last pick here from Marguerite, or is he gonna keep talking over this Celine?
He's saying that I'm just going to one-shot two of your characters immediately at the start of the match. That's who my carry is. He's not going for the long game. He wants to end it instantly with Jacko.
A Rem pick, which could be good into the
Collab
Jacko.
versus
See this-
collab?
Yeah, you see this kind
We're
of
gonna see
come
a
out
Karina?
here and there.
Really?
I think Karina's safer, but I think he's locking the Rem.
Really? Ram!
Does go for Rem.
All right.
Rem is a really great pick against Jacko. I think that he's not banning the Jacko
Counters.
here. I think otherwise,
Yes.
I don't know if he would have wanted to pick that.
That should be correct. So are we going for a U-Hop ban?
Unless
Oh,
it's a bluff, but
Cinnamon.
yes, we do see the Jacko left
and
off.
Aiden taken out. So Rem Senya versus this team, but you have to keep in mind, Yoha is able to immediately take out a unit
Yeah,
like
what
Rem,
a great
so
pick from Poopus. That Knight, that's also going to protect, has a huge threat on killing any Marguerite's DPS.
Huge moment. Just working with the imprints and the placements. Jacko goes through, Ram goes through.
Here we go.
Here we go, first round.
With
Technically, round
the
number 2 with
power of the
1-0 lead
chosen.
from the advantage. Boopist starting with Zio.
Rem
This will
actually
be a
not
best of
having-
7.
deny their fate.
Yeah, best of 7. So we're going to be seeing more games than we did previously between the two, no matter what.
Oh yes, I hope so.
Ooh, a counterattack immediately.
Oh.
Right off the bat.
First defense.
Is this Jacko going to be able to hit? It's a 50-50 that he's going for.
Oh, going for it. That's a crit. Jacko, the driver.
Just completely crushes the Rem, immediately taken out.
Ram is gone.
The cojones on this man.
Took the chance.
So much damage coming out from this S1 into the dust attack from Jacko.
Dare stop
Man,
me?
half HP gone. What do you do at this moment?
So the problem here is, how does he deal with the Yolha? It is possible that he could control the Yolha maybe for most of the match. He is going to have a cleanse coming out of this Mediator Quirk.
Oh, and the debuff.
Yeah, but we do have the Meteor Quirk up next.
If you wish to die, may you be punished.
Yep, back on Peyra Stern.
Peyra. Yeah, Peyra only has 10,000 health because she's so fast, probably has so much effectiveness. Mediator Quirk's just going to cleanse all this stuff, be able to get bigger from the MO Lotus as well, and start controlling Pupa's team.
Yeah, I think if Yulha wasn't here, Senya definitely has a shot at coming back. She still has a potential. Margaret's not out of it yet, but it's not looking good.
He really has to control the Yolha though, because I would say Senya can basically take everything out by herself, but Yolha is able to just immediately kill them.
Ready, everyone? Time to move.
Going for the
Vigor
broken.
and attack buff.
Spear will not dull.
Do we hit on
Let's see
Jacko?
what it lands.
Till it pierces the
Then
heart
yeah,
of my
Dragon Slayer strike.
It's never
We
hit
hit
Jacko.
to get in my way.
Putting a mischance and provoke on the Jacko, making it so that she's not really going to be doing all that much.
Provoke does land on Conquer Lilius though.
Uh-huh.
Could be relevant.
This Senya might completely just take over the match. I'm not sure if Pupus is actually going to be able to survive all of his units.
Almost killed just alone for that defense break. He's blinded, attack broken. Only gonna able to put a little bit of damage here.
One more disappear.
Maybe mediator. No, goes for the Conqueror Lilius. Does miss though.
Yeah, the Zeo, I believe he might have some effectiveness or something. He's not doing crazy damage, and this Heir is going to take a lot of damage here for free. And now she's healed. We see a counterattack coming out, the endless loop of provokes coming out of both sides.
So many counterattacks!
Yes,
on both sides.
Senya putting in work.
I think this Senya's about to 1v4 Pupus almost.
They're almost gone. That's the first one gone, Jekko. Senya still holding it strong with the escort.
Oh, it just takes both of them out because the escort.
That's a 2-for-1 special. You'll have the only one left alive for Team Pupus.
Another counterattack, and there's just, I don't think there's any way Yolha can solo an entire team.
Yeah, even if he lands the kill on the Senya, as we've been mentioning, there's still 2 pretty healthy units on the side of Marguerite.
Mediator Coeric is actually so strong that he can solo some DPS in the game. And so I don't see how Yolha can really take out 3 from by herself, even with her
right
1
unit
damage.
There's a barrier and the counterattack, but Senya's still standing very strong.
I'll do anything for her. You cannot change what is already decided.
Trying to just shield up, do a little bit more damage. Yolha's got a skill 3 here. She doesn't have another chance. And does soul burn. Probably taking Senya out right here.
Will this be enough damage?
100% she is dead.
Oh, she still survived!
I think he spoke too soon and she gets
Senya showcase! And Marguerite!
I thought with that much health missing.
Crazy!
Wow! We are back on even grounds. 1-1 tied. Could be better.
If I'm not mistaken, I think Marguerite actually wants a Senya skin as well.
Oh, is this all part of the big picture plan?
Yes, I think Marguerite, Senya,
He's
and
showing them
Pupus
off.
was Kisei, I believe, for their #1 pick.
Senya's stocks are up. She completely soloed Poopa's side. And that was even after landing the 50-50 chance with
Yeah, that was
Jacko
looking
on
so
a rem,
bad.
taking
The
them out.
lead with Jacko, we had that rem just for her, but the Senya play, just as soon as she got that skill 3 off, Pupus couldn't.
Jacko's so strong at the start, does so much damage, but there was just nothing to back her up. Even though she took out such an important unit, there just wasn't any follow-up for her to actually capitalize on,
And I think
Senya just went
that's
crazy.
why we were predicting the Yulha was a nice pick on the side of Pupus. You have that insurance. If you have, the Jacko's not able to finish everything, that the Yulha skill 3 will come through. But she didn't quite take enough damage in time, because the way the Senya's damage works, it wasn't like a straight chunk on her health. And as you saw there, she didn't even land the final kill on Senya at the end.
Yeah, Yolha usually really strong because even if you only have 1 DPS, she gives you extra aggression, being able to take somebody out. But it just wasn't enough because he was in such a commanding lead that even if you take 1 person out, you have to fight 2 more. There's nothing you can do.
Well, I was saying Pupus doesn't have to change up much, G-Clef, but now the ball might be in his court. The game already tied up 1-1.
Yeah, this time Marguerite's bringing the heat. He's completely, he took the first win, and now it's 1-1. All advantage that Pupus had is now gone.
Exactly. Round 3 already. And Lily has picked up.
Are we gonna see? Are we gonna see something like a Lionheart Surmia? Or are we gonna see the Summer Luluka? I'd expect at least one of those 2 units to be picked than these first 2 picks coming out of Marguerite's side. And he's also debating: do I want this Emerald Coeric? Do I want the immunity guaranteed cleanse?
There's a lot to think.
Smart right now, going through all his options.
7.
That's right.
So
we've seen this first pick Emerald Lily has put in so much work. You really have to think, like, how am I going to draft my entire team? You actually have to think from the start here. He does go for
Lionheart. We've said it enough, guys. You've heard enough of us saying how good she is right now. Second pick, very safe in that spot. But from someone like Pupus, he could actually capitalize. Maybe have some punishing plays in mind.
How else is the air wall? I don't think we've seen a lot of that coming out of Pupus' side, actually.
Yeah, he's usually seen as one of the aggressors. Now definitely playing a lot more safe.
Especially with
Also the Apocalypse.
Even
yeah. We haven't seen a crazy amount of Apocalypse Robbie recently, but she is still considered one of those safe picks. And look, the ambitious Tywin, this is exactly what he was doing against Winter Wish, and it works so well. He has the cleanse, he has the immunity. Pupus doesn't have anything like that on his side, so
And I think
Ambitious
that's
Tywin
why
can
he
go
took so
crazy.
long in his first pick, right? Depending on the mediator. He has this kind of wild card Tywin ready to go. And as soon as Pupus locks in that ROL, right? No immunity from Last Rider Crow, no hand guy in the field, Tywin could put in some big work.
This is the thing about slowing down the match. Since Pupus slowed down the match, now he has to fight against these characters like Ambitious Tywin, just completely debuffing his team, or Solitaria. If he sped the match up,
And look
he
at
wouldn't
this.
be able to do it.
Jenna, Solitaria on the field with no cleanse available. You're going to have to deal with that. You're going to have to get another damsel on the board. You're in a tough spot here on the side of Pupus.
Yeah, and this is why people always feel forced to pick Edward, but they're not very good. And now
And then we speed
he's
up.
speeding it. It's like, I have a cleanser and a first turn advantage character. Is he going to go for something like the Jacko again?
With Rand, there can be some pair-ups. Locked in.
Oh, he goes to Architect Leica.
Kind of an
Now,
all-in
we don't-
play there from Pupus.
Yeah, we don't really know how fast she is, but that's a character you always have to respect. You can't ever counter out. You always have to respect her because she's going to take out at least a 4th tier team immediately if you don't have a special trick on your team.
Just a moment. I'll be right here.
And I like that last pick there from
Luluka.
Marguerite. We talked about Ocean Breeze, Luluka's interaction here. Especially against
I think
units
we're
like
gonna.
Leica.
We might see some final bans coming out both sides. Yep.
There it is.
And the Rand giving immunity is so important. He needed some way of getting immunity, but what's important is this Ambitious Tywin is able to cleanse partially, and also the Mediator Coeric that I wonder if he has enough aggression to actually take him out.
Here
I'll
it
take
is.
down anyone who interferes
Round
with
number 3 with 1-1 tied. Starting with
Look
Rand
at the
with
speed difference there. 8% faster with this
Show me
Rand.
what you can do.
This Rand is a demon.
9-1-1.
Slash your justice in two.
Call 911 for Marguerite.
That's
This
right.
Rand.
Oh,
it's
oh.
fast.
I'll take your life.
What? Debuffs. All debuffs he landed were cleansed by the Ambitious Tywin. This seems to be a effect resist Solitaria, I believe.
Marguerite showing, stops on Tywin going up.
Despair.
That vigor's
And it
up.
doesn't even matter if he provokes or anything because this Mediator Coeric, he's chilling.
If he doesn't provoke, right, Mediator Coeric has the option of maybe stripping.
If you're scared,
Okay.
He decides to push
So he
him
won't
back.
be able to strip and get a cleanser on the Tywin. He is buffed up, which gives him ignore effect resist. But of course, we have immunity on this other side.
let me guide you.
Something also, oh yeah, he goes to the skill 2 there. I think that's actually a really smart idea because they had a 2-turn immunity, so Solitaria would not have been able to stun. Now she's immediately able to start stunning her, start controlling. You basically just have to slow down this Apocalypse Robbie and you'll be able to run away with the game because of the Lionheart and the control you have of your team.
What's
He decides to
crazy
go
is we saw
a little
Pupus do this
greedy.
exact strategy with solo Solitaria.
I
You can take over this
accept
entire
your
match.
love as
Does land the mischance. I think that was a little greedy going for the skill 1. He was kind of fishing for more debuffs rather than just going for the skill 3.
More debuffs, extra strips, yeah. Honestly,
It
though, not
does
too
miss
bad
as
with the
well.
blind.
Yeah, that blind actually being really huge. It basically counted as them losing their entire turn. When you miss, you don't really do any damage, especially into a shield.
Trying to
Hey.
lock Tywin down.
It's good stun the Tywin.
Are you sure you can handle
His
this?
cleanse has already been used up from Rand.
Here's Storm, yeah, no defense.
Ambitious Tywin.
I always.
Yeah, not
give
really
my
able to do much anyways. Rand's gonna do some extra damage.
I never fight a losing battle.
Does proc the rage buff again on this Ambitious Tywin though,
my
so they still have to be
authority
careful
as
about it. They want to take it out as fast as possible because the immunity is wearing off. Doesn't last that long.
Yeah, Tywin gets a unharassed skill 3.
Try and stop.
Goes to the
Hey,
duel.
Robbie.
Shining light.
Oh, Apocalypse Robbie.
Yeah, that is the best target, but we do proc the Lionheart.
And
Now
now it's
Solitaria
Solitaria.
again.
Is it our time? Here's
Now
Salty.
he's that guaranteed stun here.
Starlight Fall.
Actually,
Another trial to
yep,
overcome.
using it on that Apocalypse Robbie. She's stunned, wasting a whole turn. That's really big because that's their main DPS. That's what they have to try and deal with Marguerite's team.
Gets a few buff strip, but doesn't strip the defense up here. Lionheart's still going to be at full damage.
This Lionheart is about to do an insane amount of damage right here. There's no way Rand is surviving.
It is a tankier one though, right? We saw earlier from Marguerite. Not a full damage build.
Oh, just so much damage to the
Arwell
too.
get 1 health now, pretty much.
Clinging to life. I don't think she's surviving this at all. Oh, only sacrifice though. Oh,
Comes back. But no escort.
but I'm not sure it really matters. Ambitious Tywin is about to
Tywin's
go
got the
crazy.
big skill 3.
Marguerite.
Does he maybe want to save it though so he doesn't overlap the stun?
I don't know. I feel like he might want the activation of his Lionheart, but he just rips it. The Tywin engine's going.
And the stun's
Lands
good.
defense breaks on everybody.
Me
Oh man.
And Solitaria also able to do just whatever she pleases here.
Yeah, so the
This
defense breaks
character-
when he has his buff will be 100%. It ignores effect resist with the stun, as you saw him miss on ROL. Not 100%
And-
guaranteed.
Wow,
Blue
Marguerite.
attack on the deep.
What's going
Lands the
on?
stun as well.
That's it right there.
This A Robbie is just
I think-
controlled.
Allow me to purify.
That's all she wrote. The Apocalypse Robbie is just not able to deal with the amount of
sure you can
debuffs on
handle
Marguerite's side. And even though Lionheart's generally not good against her, just gets completely run down.
Soul burn.
One more turn here.
Last time.
Dodges
I
a
don't think
provoke.
so. She has no
And
bar,
provoke
can't be
again.
pushed forward. Gets provoked.
Is that all you had to
Hoopist
offer?
says
Kind of
GG.
pathetic,
Marguerite
don't you
takes
think?
another game. Now in a lead in the best of 7.
Marguerite was
I
just
thought this-
taken out.
Yeah, I thought this could have been an all global final. Marguerite is showing. Global might not even be in contention.
Well-
Could be Japan taking it.
Marguerite
The
did
global
say
Slayer.
1 out of 3 is the chance.
One,
Then you'll
one other
win
thing,
the
G-Clef
championship.
Jenna. If you look at the matches, Marguerite is now 5-0. He is feeling it. He's
In a
in
row.
the zone.
That's
He's on a
right.
hot
Yeah.
streak.
He's really found his groove, and all the momentum is going his way instead.
All right, well, Poop is there taking a swig.
Well, this time he's not drinking a beer, so maybe he's at a disadvantage.
Could be,
He's
could
still
be.
he's still got the dog lucky charm right next to him, so we'll see. Marguerite certainly on a lead, but you never know, as a few extra bans will come in, like Luluka, and also I believe it was Architect Laika was the previous ban. Marguerite looking
Yeah, those are actually
confident
very important bans.
at the moment.
So I think that Marguerite's really found out his formula because, I mean, he just played so many matches today. He's playing the most out of every single person.
Even look at his facial
and,
expression, Jenna. I know it's minute, guys. He doesn't really change much, but I see a slight grin. The happiest and most confident I've seen him play. And we've been watching
I
these
think
guys
this is
for a
the
while.
same face he uses if he wins the World Cup or if he loses.
Could be. Regardless, this man is in the zone. Poopist now. Well, I'm scared for Poopist.
Well,
He's a
if
bit
you,
on the back foot
if you
now.
win, it's 50K. If you lose, 20K. There's a huge gap in terms of prize pool.
That's a lot of hunt buff.
That's
a
a
lot
lot
of
of
money.
Sky Stones.
That's a lot of gear packs.
A lot of Sky Stones and Gear Packs, and here it is, round 4. Now, Marguerite in the lead with that too. Poop is first.
50,000
First pick.
on the line here.
Oh man.
Wow.
Are we going to see that Emma Liz first pick? Because whoever picks
Obey,
it...
if you wish
Oh, there
to
we
live.
go. He's saying, all right, I'll do it again.
I never
Because
fight a
you
losing
know
battle.
that you're going to see a
give you a
Lionheart
taste of
Sturmia against you.
defeat.
You might see a Summer Luluka. There's so many counters to this character right now that she's not looking as dominant as she has before, but still such a powerful character, guaranteeing you essentially have that first turn advantage. So much aggression.
And
Just like Winter Wish, though, I think Poopist has to be ready for the ambitious Talon potentially coming out later in the draft.
no questions.
It's
Immediate
been so
response from
strong for Marguerite.
immediate response from
Oh,
Marguerite.
Desert Jewel Bazaar coming out.
There's one of the answers, right? In case it does come out later. Good immunity
what's also
here,
important,
good tempo
yeah.
play with the combat
How
readiness.
And he
sensational.
opts for the Apocalypse Ravi again. So generally, Desert Jewel Bazaar can be a little bit risky because he's kind of a one-and-done character, and then he usually gets taken out really easily, and he's also weak to a character like Apocalypse Ravi. So this is a very different match already. Picking Desert Jewel Bazaar not only makes you safer from a character like Ambitious Tywin, but even something like Zio that Marguerite's currently highlighting. He's
I
able
like
to
that
cleanse
change
and
up from
push up.
Poopist. Definitely good. It's making Marguerite think.
It's also really aggressive. It ups the aggression even more from Poopist's side.
He loves hovering over this Celine.
Yeah,
You can't complain. Oh,
definitely not with that skin.
Okay,
actually
Shuna
seen the
locked
Shuna come
in.
out.
Maybe a Tywin too? I don't think so.
Oh,
wow,
he does opt for it anyways.
Despite the ambition or the Desert Jewel Bazaar, yeah, still opting for that ambitious Tywin.
If you think about it, he does have 2 strips with the Meteor Quirk and the Shuna, able to take away that immunity, maybe into the Ambitious Tywin skill 3.
Yeah, it did pay off last game, even though the Meteor Quirk couldn't skill 2 off the rip. Or I believe he did and didn't get the provoke off the Tywin. It still worked out pretty well.
that's a lot of cleanse.
Shuna essentially Oh, what was that, G-Club?
No, Jenna, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say that Shuna is essentially like a weaker version of Angel of Light in the debuff department, but she's so strong with being able to have the flexibility to cleanse the team and heal.
Designer Lilibet for the
Designers
debuff.
a little bit. Yeah, we're showing heavy debuffs inside of Marguerite. We have a hybrid damage dealer that can also cleanse.
That's
The
right.
time has come
And
to
Strat.
make the world restore.
Raise at the end. All right, he has so much cleanse, he can guarantee. He's saying this ambitious Taiwan is no problem. I'm just going to completely get rid of it. I don't even need the cleanse.
More control with
He's
Soli.
holding Sage Vivian,
Sage Vivian locked.
which
Oh, does go Sage Vivian.
yeah, I think this is a must ban on the side of Poopus. He has no way to really deal with it effectively.
Yeah, so we haven't seen a lot of her this season. There's so many counters to her, but she can still be a really great pick into characters like Apocalypse Ravi. They just aren't really able to 1v1 her.
And
She's
Designer a
so
little bit
much
as well,
defense.
even worse than Apocalypse Ravi here. Has no chance of killing a Sage Vivian in time. I think he has to ban it. There it is, last pick stand out respectively.
Yep. Both respecting each other. I think that makes a lot of sense. They were both really good final picks. Now, is this Apocalypse Ravi plus Designer a little bit? There's so much cleanse on Poopa's side, but does he have enough damage to take out the Lionheart?
We will see in game as we go.
Oh,
So that round 4.
Despair.
Now with Desert
That's often one of the things with Designer Lilibet, G-Clef. She's a strong cleanser, but unless you build her with high damage, like on Penetration set with Golden Rose, a lot of times your damage feels very
I'll
mediocre.
take your life.
We do have Vigor, so a lot of free defensive and offensive ability just out of this opener right here. You get a free immunity on the Dual Bazaar, but I don't really think that matters too much.
Yeah, Poopus right now in the driver's seat.
Oh, wait, gets a little cheeky dual attack, some free
Okay.
damage there.
Some extra damage. Top up healing.
So he has to think, do I want a skill 3 or am I going to hold this? And yeah, he just decides not to
gets
hold it.
the
Actually lands the stun.
Okay.
I think we're going to be seeing a skill 3 though. Yeah, there it is. I mean, it's
not
pretty
too relevant,
obvious.
but still.
All the demon's gone. Attack up immunity.
A very bulky Designer Lilibet right here. Probably just going for a nice little skill 1. If there was no immunity, she'd be able to
Look at
possibly
that damage
reset
though,
the game.
2100, right? Not that threatening.
Yep. Go for that
Yeah, the
silence.
big problem here for Poopa's side is that he's going to dual attack guaranteed very, very soon. And he has to rush down this Lionheart, but he has no tankiness on his side.
There's that
Come
provoke.
on, come at me.
On the Conquer the List.
Oh,
That we might have seen that on the Apex Robbie.
Here's the dual attack already, actually.
With triggers?
I will say
you're
though,
scared,
I don't really think that it
run.
matters that much they got the duel there because we're gonna see it anyways out of this Conqueror Lilius, so it's not really that important.
Yeah, just like the stun initially from DJB. Nothing too impactful just yet, guys. But things are going to pick up here very soon.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, we see the Apocalypse Ravi duel. So much damage actually being dealt to Ambitious Taiwan.
Good
already.
RNG for Poopus getting those dual attacks.
Some more injury stacking up too. There's that heal. Not much, but it's...
Shuna still holding it.
Now he's still deciding here. Does he rip the skill 3? Is it enough to push his team? Because as soon as he rips that, his defensives go down big time. He loses a lot of mitigation.
Still holding it, but he's losing all his defenses anyways. I mean, he has some damage reduction, but I don't know if he can survive a Lionheart
he's
starting
getting-
at skill 3.
He is getting chipped down.
You cannot change
I think
what
that what
is already
Poopus is
decided.
looking for here is this Lionheart serving to do a ton of damage, kill some of his team, but then he's able to cleanse with the Designer Lilibet and try and go for a skill 3 to take out someone like Lionheart serving.
Designer Lilibet
He has
is
to
here.
be so patient.
It's a game of holding skills, but finally Lilibet
Oh,
cracks.
here's S3.
Here's the skill 3.
You're just
Decides to opt for
qualified.
the skill 3.
I'll give you a taste of defeat.
Awesome resist there.
But the buffs are still there.
This is getting exciting.
Let's see how much damage this does. This is gonna hurt.
Here comes Zermia. And the crit. Wow, that hurts.
Actually alive though.
That is so much damage. But yeah, even with the mitigation DJB, look how much damage he took. Now he gets to pick. Who does he take out here? 2 prime targets. Going for the Desert Jewel Bazaar.
Yeah, Soulburns. Now, are we gonna see a skill 3 out of the Apocalypse Ravi on Ambitious Taiwan or something?
With
to try
vigor?
and take them out? And we
We
do.
do. With vigor? Is it possible?
Nailed on
The
the
crit.
tallest stage.
Oh, stays alive!
Oh,
That is so bad for Poopus.
Exhausted already.
he
No
needed that
resurrection.
kill to get the immunity.
Yeah, not only does he not get the revive, has to waste another dual attack onto that unit. And Lionheart is procced and ready to go again.
Oh man. Hoopist.
If you're scared,
What's happening?
run.
And Marguerite.
I'm not really sure that this Apocalypse Ravi is going to be able to wrap around to actually survive all this damage because there's no mitigation on the side. Another Lionheart serving a skill 3.
And we have 2 supports still alive. Yeah, it's going to be very tough. Near
And
impossible.
damage is good on both. Still 3 more turns for that jump.
I accept your
So
blood
much
as
damage.
an
The thing is, though,
Maybe
this
with
Apocalypse
souls?
Robbie,
I'm not sure how many souls
she's
Pupus has on his side.
bulky.
In this
If he had 20 souls on Pupa's side, he would be able to almost just immediately take them out. But as it is now,
Yeah, after that S1, it's still not enough. I don't know if it's going to be souls in time. Shuna has all her skills available here.
Shuna has, this is her first ability of the match. She really has not been contributing that much so far.
To be fair, this was a game of holding skills based on what each player picked, but yeah, that was her first rip here.
The Lotus distributing the HP.
Such a tanky Apocalypse Robbie, but she just can't survive this.
Yeah, without souls here, I think this round of hits could be it.
Still 2 more turns. And does she go to sleep?
Decides to go for that.
I like that.
Oh. I don't think it really mattered if they
We just
slept
didn't want to
because
hit her,
they're
give her
gonna go
CR and the heal. Yeah, that was a great play.
Come on, I'll take you all down.
With
And
souls,
we're
this
gonna
should
see
be
a soul
enough.
burn.
And she rips and wins the game
She's
again.
taken out. Marguerite. 3-1 right now against Poopist.
Global is in trouble!
Marguerite
just
I'm
got
unbiased.
3-1'd. He's now saying, I'm going to 3-1 you. Popus has got to fight back.
I'm
He's
telling
getting
you, the
completely
smile is
crushed.
getting bigger. I think Mama Marguerite came in, got him some snacks. He is feeling it.
What smile are you talking about?
There's a
he
smile
looks
there,
cool as a
Jenna.
cucumber.
He is in the zone.
Marguerite on a tournament point with this game, a best of 7, just looking for one more game here. Poopist
Oh, Poopist with the
started with a
biggest
1-0,
wins
so
we've seen.
technically he did not win any games in the grand finals.
Chat, whoever you're rooting for, show your support.
Show your
Give
support.
them your energy right now.
Your energy until the last moment of all the players.
Something to keep in mind is these bans are stacking up, and now there's a lot of offensive characters that are completely taken out of the match. You have
Right.
Leica and Strays completely taken out. You don't really have to worry about some of those instant kill characters anymore.
That's right, but who does that favor? Does that favor Marguerite? I think it does.
Well, I think it does because Poopus likes to play aggressive and
Exactly.
fast. Now Poopus might have to actually start slowing down, which maybe Marguerite wants him to do.
Oh my god. If Poopus, Marguerite showed, right, in the last match against Winter Wish, anything can happen here. It's not over for Poopist, but my god, is he in trouble.
I think something he has to do is stop picking Apocalypse Ravi too. It's been getting completely crushed and not really looking that strong.
Yeah, we talked about the designer a little bit, the Apocalypse Ravi. All Marguerite had to do was hold skills, chip everything down, wait for those counter or the dual attacks to proc the Lionheart.
But what
Perfect
else?
game plan.
What else can you bring? Which other heroes are available for Poopus in order to come back? We'll see as Marguerite now with a 3-1 tournament match score.
This ambitious Tywin has been putting in so much work for Marguerite.
Yeah, you see a lot less of him now that everyone's spam picking characters like Meteor Choleric and picking Last Starter Crow, but this
And
is
one
showing
last
the
thing I
strength.
want to mention on that last match too, the ambitious Tywin with his skill ones could have been the relevant minus souls that Apocalypse Ravi didn't have for her big soul burn.
That's true.
Same picks.
But let's focus on this next match, right,
I
Nico?
think they picked the Shuna early pickup.
Oh, he decides to pick the Shuna. Interesting. I think we might
Come
see
on,
another
come
ambitious
at me.
Tywin come out of
Again?
Marguerite's side, and the Apocalypse Ravi again. Generally seen as a really safe character into Lionheart's Sturmia, but I'm not sure about
Yeah,
this one.
at this point, you kind of feel like instead of a safe pick, it's almost a crutch now. It hasn't been working, and maybe Poopus just has no other options.
Solitaria
we
for
see the
more
Solitaria.
control.
So much control coming out of Marguerite's side right
boy.
now, and it's been working so well for him. I think we've been seeing the players that get the momentum in these best of 5, best of 7s, they just run with it.
Ran?
We see the Rand come out again.
I can do it.
Ida for the first time!
Ida!
All right.
Can you
That's a
absolutely
statement.
delete with the damage?
That gives him such an early lead of damage. And he does get either the Vigor or the defense break, so it's so much aggression.
I like this from Poopus.
He's going for a partial cleave right here.
Marguerite trying to
Marguerite
go
mulling
against the
up his
T-Buffs. Looking for those.
Designer a little bit is a bit safer. Are we gonna see the Senya come out again?
I think it will be designed a little bit right,
Yeah.
considering
Yeah, a
the
little bit.
Ran and that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see Designer instantly banned as well. Oh, no, we see Ambitious Tywin taken out.
That will take out some mitigation as well.
And Ida ban.
Maybe what Poopus is going for.
Less damage
Hasn't
available
showing
now.
how strong the Tywin is.
He takes out the mitigation, and he is gonna have immunity, so he won't be instantly reset or anything like that either.
Here we go, Marguerite on a tournament point.
How should we
Poopus
do
needs
this?
3 in a row to come back.
Yeah, here we go, G-Clef. Jenna, we only have an APOC though, realistically here.
Yeah. Well, unless Rand. RNL! That's really huge. He's on RNL.
Oh
He gets an
my
extra turn.
goodness! Is this the comeback?
Yeah. Second here, Car.
Okay.
That's. Oh, no defense break on the Lionheart Sermon either, but so much damage.
Are you kidding me?
Mediator Korak almost immediately dead.
Oh, this is why we picked the designer Lilibet. Rent those buffs, get a push up.
Extra stitching.
Mediator on his last legs, he probably only has one skill use here. Is he gonna go for that skill 2 or skill 3?
Less than 5k left.
Let me guide you on.
Still going for that.
Side dog for the strip.
Yeah, I like that. Get some big barriers. Get that attack break on the APOC Robbie.
And now they're gonna go for probably the skill 3. No, goes to the skill 1.
He showed he
Gets
really
the
likes
duel
to do
too.
the early skill 1. Try to get some AoE debuffs going.
Doesn't land anything important on this Apocalypse Robbie though, but there's so many barriers that he's able to protect against her completely.
Yeah, I like the barrier
turn.
play. With the attack break, wasn't even enough to break the, couldn't even
Scar
break the barrier.
those in our way.
Here is
Now
more
he's gonna
honor.
get bigger right here. Even the Shuna's coming up.
Come, I'll take your life.
Lionheart Sermia is about to be procced though.
Well, you do have skill 2 available.
I'll make you kneel before
And
me.
he's going
Not
to go
proc
for
just
it.
yet.
Yeah, you're right, you're right. I
Provoke.
forgot, normally she's already taken a turn by now, but
Yeah.
there was so much out of Marguerite's side.
The
Stops
clip.
to
go.
cleanse that team.
Shuna equalizer.
Uh-huh.
There's the provoking play.
What's really important there is this Apocalypse Robbie has no more bar under her health bar, which means she doesn't get pushed up or heal when hit right now.
I always
That
give
is
my
indeed being big. Here's Ron.
Look
Look
at
at that.
that.
Still.
Barely
Five,
able to
six,
survive the
nine.
Mediator Korak.
Yeah, he squeezes out one more turn here.
Yeah, Poopus adjusting a seat, saying that should have killed Koerik
Yeah.
by now.
Well, some of the people in chat, I'm sure, are saying mine kills, but I don't think so.
Yeah, ain't no
So
way,
much
Chad.
damage.
Come on.
No way.
Well, here we go. Solitary, she still has skill 3 available. What do we go for?
Well, the thing is, this Apocalypse Robbie is pretty far back. Well, actually, no, she's about to take a turn, but she has no bar. She doesn't get pushed up or anything. She could just get stunned, and if she wastes the turn here,
He does
this could
offer
be
the skill 1 attack
catastrophic.
break.
Okay, looking for more red.
What do they land here?
I'll
It's
make
the
you
stun!
taste
Okay.
despair. This is
That's
it.
huge for him, because that means she doesn't get to skill 1. She's not gonna get a red bar, no
And now
healing,
we
no
see
push
Jenna
up.
the Lionheart proc.
Oh man.
But is Shuna able to land skill 3? I think it only stripped 2 buffs,
Sleeping
so
spell?
it most likely won't sleep them.
Oh,
He's
No
actually stripped the
defense
defense
buff though,
points.
so yeah, maybe a silver lining for
By
Poopus.
my destiny, I will cut you down.
okay, let's see the damage.
Goodbye to Ren.
Does less damage, so he is able to survive. We're gonna maybe see the soul burn come out on the Shuna, possibly?
I think you push your advantage here, yeah. And we have the Solitaria skill 3 still available. Needs to lock down the Apocalypse Robbie after this. Actually
goes for
opting to hit her.
Apocalypse.
Okay.
He's trying to push the damage on her. Now, it's really important that he gets a dual attack with someone like Apocalypse
He
Robbie.
wants
He
to
needs
pull
to start.
50-50.
APOC here.
Yeah, he needs to heal.
Oh, Shuna.
Oh, that's the Shuna, though. And Shuna has... She has no skills up.
And now we can lock down this Apocalypse Robbie with a skill 3 if we need to. I think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, now she gets stunned. She's not able to do anything right now.
Karya with a stun.
I'll give you
Let's
Oh,
lock her
resist.
down.
This is
This Lionheart Sturmia is just
Is this
going
it?
crazy in every single game.
Serbia.
Another win for Sturmia.
Oh, this is getting
my
close.
God.
This should be it. Soulburn and A-Robbie's gone. Marguerite. Tournament win in front of his eyes.
Oh,
And that'll be it with a
Marguerite
4-1
4-1.
score. Nearly just a perfect sweep from the
I
lower
can't
bracket.
believe that.
Marguerite from Japan defeats both global players for the last day.
G-Clef undefeated. Actually, but besides his first loss, what was that, a 7-0 streak?
That is a basically a 7-0 streak.
Really?
Because Poopus got that +1 from winning the winner's match.
That's right, guys. That 1-0 was free. He didn't drop a match after his first loss to Poopus. 3-0 winner
yeah.
wish for
That was
Poopus.
crazy.
He played perfectly. I can't believe it.
That was actually such a close match. If that Meteor Quirk had been taken out earlier, it could have been very different. But even with the RNLs, even with the free turns, Marguerite takes another win, especially with that Lionheart Sermon feeling so comfortable versus Emililius.
And we started from this game with a Jacko and Rem immediately being deleted, but still Marguerite with that Senya pick.
That's Senya,
So
that's
many
right,
counters.
So strong here. Yuhan, not enough. This doesn't even kill. Despite missing 20,000 health.
Japan region showing their dominance.
Japan, two
Well,
winners in a row.
Jenna, G-Clef,
What are
we have an apology to give to Marguerite. I think we all voted the other player.
Yeah,
We always had faith in Marguerite.
That's right. We never doubted. The man that beat Phantom. Now the champion.
He just swept Global by himself, one man.
Global, I'm so proud. Two of y'all in the top
That
3.
all you had to
We'll
offer?
get him next year.
Kind of.
But Marguerite, repping Japan, takes it now.
Man, 2 years in a row. That's something.
Ashes
And
to
Marguerite's
ash.
the one who
That's
defeated Phantom from the qualifier. So
On the tallest stage.
Well, I guess it's only fitting that you defeat the last World Cup finalist, and then now you are the World Cup finalist.
I can't wait. Does he have a speech at the end of that? I want to see. I want to see if he still stays humble. Because this man needs to be.
Yes,
He can talk so much
we
trash.
will have the champion
No.
in the interview. And I wonder what he has to
You
say.
have to talk trash before the win. You can't only talk trash after the win.
I want to
that
hear
the
him say
rule?
this was free global 7-0. I threw the first match. No, I'm kidding. Marguerite, humble as ever, deserves this win. I still can't believe 7-0.
He just wanted to make it look interesting.
Oh yes,
Solitaria
Solitaria.
coming up for the losers. And what's so crazy is he got pretty crushed by Poopist. But then he fought against Winter Wish, beat him, maybe he came up with a plan, or just kind of decided, I'm going to draft
I
like
think that was
this.
the catalyst. That's what activated him. The confidence from just destroying Winter Wish translated over to his match on Poopist.
Yeah, I think he was drafting like really heavy Lionheart Serbian. It was working so well in his teams.
Oh
He was
man.
just really bulking up, using so many debuffs. I think that ambitious Taiwan pick really big too, that he learned from
I would
fighting
say that's
Winter Wish.
MVP for him, right? For
Yeah.
like Lone Crescent Bologna for Winter Wish. Definitely.
And I think it's time to
was
hear
gonna say,
from
oh,
the winner.
Marguerite.
Here is Marguerite, the
Okay.
champion of 23.
자, 하나 약 6,500만 원의 상금, 챔피언의 테두리, 그리고
$50,000
우승자
The
반지,
championship
스킨
frame.
제작 등 엄청난 영예와 보상을
The trophy and the ring.
함께 갖게 됐습니다.
We'll get
이
all that as a
벅찬
champion.
순간을 맞이하게 된 마가리 선수와 이야기 나눠보도록 하겠습니다.
Let's
마가리
talk to
선수
Marguerite.
우승 진심으로 축하드립니다.
Congratulations with all our heart, winning the
마가리
entire
선수,
tournament.
恭喜你。
네, 마가리 선수 일단 우승을 차지한
Yes,
소감
Marguerite.
어떠신지?
Perfect
네.
answer.
네,
Thank you.
감사합니다.
우승을 차지하게 된 소감 어떠신지요?
首先你获得冠军了，感觉怎么样？
How do you feel after winning all the match?
觉得还有点没缓过来，有点像在做梦一样。
마치 꿈을 꾸는 것 같이 믿기지 않습니다.
It feels like I'm dreaming. I can't
개인적으로
believe it.
궁금한 거는 승자조 결승을 치를 때와 패자조 최종 결승 치를 때 경기력이 완전
Oh, your
상반됐다는
match
생각이
against
들거든요.
Poopist, the first one from the
지점에서
winners,
깨달음이 좀 왔나요?
and your
你个
match in the
人
losers
他个人觉
bracket
得就是
were
你的
totally
胜者
different.
战还有
How were
败
you
者
able to
战的时
overcome?
候完全相反的一个地方，就是你觉得哪个地方比较感觉到领悟呢？
是哪个地方感到难打是吗？
不是您个人觉得哪个地方比较哪个地方比较有灵感？
精彩是吧？
对。
光南迪最后打 Winter Wish 那把，我一波直接将 Winter Wish 带走，那波比较精彩。
지금 본인이 생각하기에 일단은 윈터랑 같이 경기했던 게임에서 좀 약간 좀 감이 돌아온 것
Yeah,
같다고
right now, I think the
합니다.
match between myself and Winter Wish, I was able to collect
그러면은
myself
제가 드릴
during the
질문은
match.
이제 마가리 선수가
Was
우승을
a big
했으니까
key point.
스킨을 하나 만들어줘야 되는데
So let's talk
혹시
skins.
어떤 스킨을 만들고 싶은지.
Which hero do you
就
want the
是
skin for?
冠军是可以制作想要的英雄皮肤，您有想要的英雄皮肤吗？
的英雄皮肤的话，塞纳或者是沙伦吧。
제가 원하는 스킨은 세나 스킨이나 혹은 샤룬 스킨이라고 합니다.
So I
세나
will
샤룬인데
like to
세나
have that
샤룬은 저희가 이제 사실
Senya
들어서 알고
skin.
있었어요. 그러면 스킨이 제작될 때 뭐 반영이 될지 모르겠습니다만은 요런 식의 느낌이었으면 좋겠다. 요런 방향성이었으면 좋겠다 하는 게 있다면 뭐가 있을까요?
Yeah,
就
what
是
about
您有想要的皮肤的风格吗？
a few other future changes that you would want to
什么样的风格？
see in game?
那的话，我想要那个，那个年幼时的那个拉皮肤。
什么样的皮肤？再说一遍。
是在剧情前面有塞纳年幼时的形象，有年幼时的年幼时的形象。
세나의 어릴 때 모양으로 하고 싶어요.
So I would like the skin to be Senya,
많은
like a
대중분들의
younger,
호응을 얻고
in
있어요.
like a younger version of
저는
Senya.
마지막으로 질문하고 싶은데
Would
작년
be a very nice
팬텀에
skin.
이어서 이번 마가리티 우승까지 2년 연속 일본 서버의 우승이거든요. 사실상 일본 서버가 어찌 보면 좀 최약체다라고 평가를 받았었는데 현재 일본 서버가 최강이라고 생각을 하시나요?
And now
现
that's
在
a
那个
second
2年
win
连续一直
for
在那个
the
日本的
Japan server
日
for
本地方就
E7WC.
是
Do you think
连
Japan
续
is just
就
number one?
冠军了，就是您觉得
In terms of
就
server
怎
power
么样？现在就是最强吗？日本的一个服务器。
日本服务器的话，大多数玩家还是不太，参与 RTA，大部分水平其实并不是特别高。
일단 일본 서버에서 플레이하는 선수들이 그렇게 많지가 않기 때문에 본인이 생각하기에 일본에서 일본 서버에서 플레이하는 게 조금 더 유리하다고 생각합니다.
Yeah, first of all, the player base is not as many compared to the other servers, but I think there are lots of advantages actually playing in the Japan server.
100점 만점 중 몇 점을 줄 것인지.
So in terms of drafting today, your overall draft out of 100, what would you rate yourself?
你觉得大概分之几？
在第一轮输给 Popist 的时候，觉得我的 BP 出现了比较大的问题，然后我后面进行了调整，我感觉后面的 BP 都比较的不错。
일단 맨 처음에 경기했을 때 푸페스트랑 경기했을 때는
The first
자기
match against
뱀픽
Pupist,
실력은 정말 최악이라고
I
생각하는데
do
두
think
번째, 세 번째
I
경기
had one of the
때는
worst
자기
matches.
뱀픽이 그때부터 이제 조금 조정이
But
돼서
after
잘
that, the
플레이한
lower
것 같다고
bracket,
생각합니다.
I think I was able to grab some confidence.
정말 멋진
Yeah, with
승리를
few wins.
거머쥐었습니다.
And I think that was
우승자에게는
it.
상금, 챔피언 테두리,
And
우승자
now,
반지, 그리고
$50,000
세나, 어린 세나 스킨까지
frame.
정말 많은 혜택이 있는데 이 중에서 본인 개인적으로 가장
Senya
마음에
skin
드는 혜택은 어떤
and
건가요?
also the
冠
ring.
军是会拿到奖金、冠军
What
券
stands out the most
冠军戒指、
with all these
皮肤
prizes
真的有很
after being the
多
champion?
冠军的优惠，其中你最满意的优惠是什么？
可能还是，我觉得是那个冠军的头像框，是荣誉的象征。
우승자 스킨이 제일 마음에
I like the skin the
우승자
most.
테두리가 더 마음에 든다고 생각합니다.
And also the
자
champion
그리고
frame.
뭐 아시는지 모르겠습니다만은 뒤에 어머님이 사실 등장을 했었거든요.
And we got a sneak peek
그때
from
당시 이제
your
어머님이 어떤
parents.
이야기를 하신
Was there a
건지,
word of
평소에 어떤
advice
얘기를 많이 하시는지.
你大赛的
from
时
your
候，后
mother?
面你的妈妈走来走去，就是我们画面上都可以看得到嘛。就是你的妈妈跟你怎么说？
The mom buff.
他知道我在打比赛，然后就没打扰我。
일단 그러니까 응원을 해주시는데 방해하지 않으시고 계속 옆에서
So she's cheering
보셨다고
for me,
하십니다.
making sure she doesn't
이
disturb
기회를 빌어서
during the
어머님께
matches.
한 말씀 부탁드립니다.
Would you have any shout out to
说一句话。
your mother with all the support?
肯定先要感谢自己父母的，毕
당연히
竟他们养我。
일단은 저를 키워주셔서
First of
당연히
all,
부모님께는 늘 감사하게
Thank you
생각하고
for
있다고
raising me.
합니다.
I thank you so much for raising me all this throughout all this
마가리
time.
선수의 우승을 예측하신 분들은 그렇게 많지 않지만
I'm tearing up, G-Club.
믿고 있었던
Very
분들이 있습니다. 마가리스 응원해주신 우리 계승자 여러분들께 한 말씀
And of course,
부탁드립니다.
a final shout out to
对
all the
支持你的
fans
粉丝
out
们说
there
一句
who
话。
rooted for you.
首先得感谢各位粉丝的支持，然后我能做到这步，是没有他们的支持，也没有他们的支持，也不会支持我走到这一步。
일단 저를 응원해주시고 지지해주신 팬분들께
Thank you for all
너무
the support from
감사하다고
the fans.
생각하고
I
그분들의
thank you
지지와
so
응원이
much.
없었더라면 지금
Yeah,
이런
without your support and
얻을 수
energy,
없었다고 생각합니다.
I really don't think I could
자,
have been here at the moment.
2023년도 시즌의 우승자 마거릿 진심으로 축하드리겠습니다.
Congratulations
다시 한번
once
뜨거운 박수
again,
부탁드리겠습니다.
Marguerite, for winning and becoming the champion of E7WC 2023. Thank you for the interview and congratulations. That is it. Marguerite is going to take that all the prize. And I think we have about a minute to close. But right before that, special reward for everyone. This will be available in your mailbox in just about 3 hours. And the important part is it'll be available for you in 3 hours, but it will expire within the next 30 hours after that. So make sure to go in and grab all this.
Grab it right now.
The slate, transmit stones, 2,000 energy, 5-star artifact, and thank you
2,000
everyone. Let's close. And I think it's about time. Let's thank you, Smilegate, for this extra. And I think it's time for us to close. Jenna, final words?
Thank you, Smilegate, for inviting me to this cast. It's been a pleasure casting with the both of you, and it's been a great time. Thank you, everyone, for watching as well.
All right, Car
That's right,
6.
G-Clef, Jenna, it's been an absolute pleasure. Epic 7, chat, thank you so much for letting us be a part and cast this for you. It's been an amazing journey.
And thank you, everyone. I think we have an extra minute actually. The Koreans, we hit first.
Right,
they just got the special. They just got the special. Now they're
nice.
surprised.
We're too fast.
Now they're surprised. We're way too fast with the surprise. So again, that's coming in about. It should be in your mailbox in about 3 hours. And then
you have
after
1 day to
that,
claim it. Make sure
Limited
you grab
time,
it.
guys. 2,000 energy, a slate. Don't miss out.
Just log in, grab that stuff in your mailbox. You don't even have to do anything else.
I'm logging in now.
And also also some free summons on top of that. So a lot more extra on top of what we had last year. I like it. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Everyone will be receiving it. But make sure you go grab it because you only have 30 hours to go into the mailbox and grab everything that you want. Also for me, thank you, Jenna, and thank you, Car6, for this long journey of 2 months. I fully enjoyed it.
Yes, sir.
Gotta say thanks to all the ears out there for watching, all the players participating. Without you guys participating, this tournament will not exist. And also the viewers watching this tournament, it will not exist. So thank you everyone for watching, and also Smilegate and everyone, all the GMs. It's a happy birthday for everyone, basically. Thank you everyone for watching the tournament. For the last 2 weeks, thank you for coming along on this long journey. Finally, we come to a close for E7WC 2023, but we will deliver. We promise you to get more exciting content in the future. But for us, that is going to be it. Jenna Zad right here, Car6 right here, G-Clef. Thank you everyone for watching. We'll see you next time.
Peace out, y'all.
This is going to hurt. Exhausted already? I'm just getting knowledge prey. Come on!
I'll pierce straight through you.
Going up against someone who wields both magic. Bon voyage. Victory is ours!
That was nothing. So,
Very cool. Are you ready? Have that. Ashes to Ashley, the best fight, will be impaled on the tallest stake.
I'll make you taste despair. The time has come.
Exhausted already? I'm just the smallest prey. My turn.
I will write new rules. Right what is wrong.
This is it.
Guiding light, illuminate the I will cut you down. Are you sure that I'm the main character? I can do whatever I want. I'll just have that. My turn now.